red, blue, purple light. Friends, red, blue, purple light. Friends, flags, red, blue, purple light. Friends, red and blue, purple light. Friends, facts. You can get to know the ledger, sacrilegious Sunday to Melanin Monday. You can get to know the ledger, my love. Just open your third on Thursday. Lord, the food, the art, the clothes, the Vatican's getting exposed fast. We put the show on the road. You better stay on your toes. I was till the land focused on the ego. Then I open my heart, let go of the ego. Grand after grand, we stacking up these C notes. Facts, facts, yeah. We gon' put this shit on our backs. Facts, facts. We in your city, pull up where we at. Facts, facts. Peace, love and light. Peace, love to the family. Peace, love and light to the family. Peace, love and light to the family.
These days and time, black man, is going to be the time that you have been waiting for. You came here for a reason. Whatever pressure, whatever adversity, whatever the fuck you feel, I don't know what you feel, but whatever you may be feeling is going to push you, and it's going to provoke you, and it's either going to make you or break you, similar to how pressure busts pipes.
Niggas in crypto, diamonds is dancing like they up in disco. You niggas in fist pump, you stay up the dip low. You niggas stay off and get low. Heard you way up in Frisco, and you say what the heck so. Every player gets snipped nose, acting gay up in Cisco. Like take the day off and play up at pistols, causing chaos and play a calypso. I pause in kitchens and caused addictions. I pause prescriptions and cause inflictions. Lil Bixby playing in stores and bricks and on the dark web. You gotta pause every door's cause encryptions. Tesla engines, pause the pistons. I seen every floor I leave sore enlisting. For that action they sponsored the Bronson. They was hooked on that shit like Johnson and Johnson. That freeway Ricky Ross, straight out of Compton, straight out of Bumpton. Red on blue violence in the land. The projection of the will, the perfection of the kill, the reflection of the pills. I'm a frontline soldier, I'm no doja. These crystals not for niggas in crypto, diamonds is dancing like they up in disco. You niggas in fist pump, you stay up and dip low. You niggas stay off and get low. Heard you way up in Frisco, and you say what the heck so. Every player gets lips now, acting gay up in Cisco. Might take the day off and play up at pistols, causing chaos and play a calypso. Dickory, dickory, down. Hit a lick, put the sticky in the box. When the blicky get hot. Lick off a shot. Heavy in the pedal, we slip off a knot. Heavy in the ghetto, they crib walk a lot. Crib walk the crypto, lift off the stocks. Drips off the crystal and pots. Disco rods in the blocks on my chain from the crystal shop. In the light air, lift off the rock. Toe from the right chain on my block. White paint on my socks. White paint on my socks. Hickory dickory dock. Hit the lick, put the sticky in the box. When the blicky get hot. Lick off a shot, we lick off a shot. Niggas in crypto, diamonds is dancing like they up in disco. You niggas in fist pump, you stay up the dip low. You niggas stay up and get low. Heard you way up in Frisco, and you say what the heck so. Every player gets lips now, acting gay up in Cisco. Might take the day off and play up at pistols, causing chaos and play a calypso.
To you, peace to the family, peace to you and yours, peace to the family, peace to you and yours, peace to the family, peace to you and yours. Welcome, welcome, welcome to another episode of Melanin Mondays. You are now rocking with the best. Yes, pay us in crypto. Diamonds is dancing like they off in discos. You know what I'm talking about? That's where we going. That's the anthem right there. Pay us in crypto. Diamonds is dancing like they off in oh. Everybody who gets a ticket, that song is coming with it. You already know that, right? Everybody that gets a ticket for this masterclass, this is not a workshop. This is a masterclass, y'all. Everybody that gets a ticket on Friday for Friday's master, y'all gonna get that song for free. You know what I mean? And it's gonna sound even cleaner than it's sounding right now. You know what I'm talking about? And you getting a T-shirt as well. Pay us in crypto T-shirt. Pay us in crypto, and you getting the yeah, today is your last day to get the tickets at the price that they're at, though, because after tomorrow, they're definitely going to double. They're definitely going to double. So we got this book. This is a pamphlet. This is Biggie. I wrote me a book. Hold on a minute. So we got a book. I wrote me a book. It's a manual, a step-by-step booklet for you to get your name on track, to get your game on track, to get your chain on track, your blockchain that is. This will be a manual, not for hustlers. This will be a manual for the quote-unquote angel investors, future billionaires, hedge fund managers. You feel me? That's what this book is going to either turn you into or give you the mind state of. It's written by some very forward-thinking individuals. I didn't empty the whole clip. Y'all didn't meet everybody. You know what I'm talking about? Pay us in crypto. Friday, Nipsey's birthday. Young Ermias, Nipsey's birthday. We doing a whole ritual. Wear blue. Have a blue candle. Wear blue. Play the music up until that day. Look, the marathon continues. This is part 2. No, this is part 3 of the marathon continues. This is a continuum of yesterday's show. The marathon continues, ladies and gentlemen. Let me tell you how proper and how on point and how on time we are. Let me tell you how the universe is conspiring for our success. Let me tell you that there's no such thing as coincidences. Let me share that with you. There's no such thing as a coincidence. Don't ever let somebody to relegate you to mundality. All right? Matter of fact, word from our sponsors, man. Word from our sponsors.
Trumpet sounds of golden harps. I saw in a Zion these crystal balls of lightning.
Definition of a crystal: order, symmetry at the biological level. Melanin is a complex crystalline biopolymer. It is found in the nuclei of all cells, and concentrations of melanin may be found in the brain. Melanin is that X factor that opens up those subtle realms and means of communication. Again, intuition, clairvoyance, clairaudience. Yes, I.
Balls of lightning, thunder in different sort, 4 and 20 Haitians around this. It was very cloudy, earthquake over the north and the south side, seraphim thrones and
So you know how they say that you are right on time, and wherever you are, you're supposed to be there, and wherever you was, you know what I mean? You're supposed to be where you was, and you know what I mean? So today, ladies and gentlemen, is affectionately hip hop's birthday. All right. Today is hip hop's 52nd birthday, ladies and gentlemen. Clap it up for the culture. Clap it up for the culture. Clap it up for the culture, y'all. Hip hop turns 52 today, ladies and gentlemen. The big 5-2. You know what I'm talking about? Hip hop is 52 today, right? But hip hop is not just rap music. We got to remember, hip hop is not just rap music. Higher infinite power healing our people is not just somebody getting on the mic making a word rhyme. Hip hop is the culture. Hip hop is the art form. Hip hop is the craft. Hip hop is the lifestyle. Hip hop is 5 pillars. So we saying happy born day to the culmination of 5 pillars coming together and giving us what we know as higher infinite power, healing our people. A $1 trillion industry, a multi-trillion-dollar industry, a powerful industry, right? Not just the average powerful industry, the most powerful industry, one of the most powerful industry, huh? Not because I said it, not because I'm a fan of it, not because I'm rallying behind the troops, not because I bet on black and whatnot. It's not because of that. It's because of what these people have said. Okay? It's because of what they have said. Hip hop is the most important genre of music to emerge in the last 50 years. These were scientists. This was scientists. Hip hop is not it's the genre of music, but it's not just speaking about the music. It's everything that goes with the music, ladies and gentlemen. It's everything that goes with the music. It's not just the music. You know what I'm talking about? It's the whole enchilada. You know what I'm talking about? It's the whole entire demonstration. That is hip hop. What we represent, what people want to be like. You feel me? You smell me? Check this out.
Polo was never meant for us. It spoke country clubs, yacht decks, and Ivy League lawns, until the block rewrote the script. Brownsville to Flatbush, the lowlifes didn't ask. They claimed it, snatched those horsemen from the hills and galloped them through the boroughs. Polo wasn't luxury anymore. It was survival in silk, a coat of arms for the unfazed and underpaid. We didn't rock it because it was expensive. We rocked it because it felt like stolen royalty. Every piece layered with intention. You were either wearing your struggle or styling over it. Either way, you looked like you meant something. Polo on the Ave wasn't about horses. It was about hustle. It was the proof that we could take the world's idea of exclusive and flip it into something undeniably ours. From boosting to bars, from sidewalk runways to album covers, we didn't just make Polo popular. We made it matter. Polo wasn't for the hood, until the hood made it iconic. Backspin Chronicles, the great Polo heist. The boost was real. Style came with it.
Yes, 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 yes. You know what I'm talking about? Yes, 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 yes. We are fashionistas. We have influenced the world many times over. We doing what our OGs did, right? This ain't something that's new. This ain't no brand Nubian shit. This swag that we got, this influence that we got, you know what I'm talking about? This ain't new. This is something that we've been doing. This is something that we've been doing. We was doing this in the jazz days. We were doing this. We were doing this. Our grandfathers was doing this, fresh off the plantation. Like, this is not a mistake. Make no mistake about it. So tonight we're gonna cover that. That's gonna be something that we will cover. And another beautiful thing about the timing, how we on perfect timing, right? Check this out. Check this out. And once again, we don't go by coincidence. We go by perfect timing. We go by perfect timing, ladies and gentlemen. We go by perfect timing. Unbeknownst to me, the whole time yesterday, when we were wrapping up the Lionsgate, 8-8 Lionsgate, right? We were doing the 8-8-8 Lionsgate. We were basically culminating a ceremony and a ritual of August the 10th, which happens to be a powerful day in our community, right? Because there are multiple, quote unquote, multiple events that have taken place exactly on August the 10th throughout the years leading up to the 10th and the 11th, right? The birth of hip hop. A portal, ladies and gentlemen. and then we have the Lionsgate. So the hip hop was born right after the Lionsgate, ladies and gentlemen. Hip hop was born right after the Lionsgate in 73. In 73 of 0 years, hip hop was birthed right after the Lionsgate. Right exactly after the Lionsgate, they gave birth to a culture that has fed the world around, 10 times over, right? And I'm not here to complain and boo-hoo and have a pity party of how hip hop don't work for you in your function, right? Woe is you, nigga. You know what I'm saying? If hip hop is not working, then you need to work. You need to work. You need to work out, or you need to work harder. Okay? Hip hop is not supposed to be plug and play. Hip hop's supposed to not coddle you niggas. Hip hop was not supposed to treat you like a gentle being and whatnot. Hip hop is dangerous. You feel me? Hip hop is dangerous. Hip hop is in your face. Hip hop will smack fire out of you, my nigga. You know what I'm talking about? Hip hop is aggressive. Hip hop is physical. Hip hop is kinetic. Not Connecticut. Hip hop is kinetic. You know what I mean? It's action. It's movement. Hip hop, hip. To be hip is to know about something. You have gnosis and whatnot. Be like, yeah, I'm hip to that shit. I'm hip to that slick talk. I'm hip to that scam. I'm hip to that quote unquote, that skeeter and whatnot. I'm hip to all of that. You know what I mean? And then when you hop, that means you hopping off the porch. If you keep saying something, I'm gonna have to hop off the porch. If you keep running your mouth, I'm gonna pop off and I'm gonna hop off. I'm gonna hop off this porch and pop off this force, right? So that's the hop aspect. So back in the days, you had book smart people, and then you had people that got busy and whatnot. Those were the ones that got active. You did not have to tell them what to do, when to do it, or how to do it. They will they will pop off on a drop of a dime. They will pop off on a drop of a dime. You know what I mean? And these are warriors and whatnot. So that's where hip hop was born out of, the hip and the hop. Because you could have one and not the other and be incomplete. You could be hip, but your ass ain't hopping. You could be hip, but you're not hopping, meaning that you got all of this book smarts, but you're not a stepper. You know what I mean? You're scary and whatnot. And when it comes down to it, nigga, you won't pop. You won't hop. You gonna stay on the porch. You gonna get out the car like Trey. That's what let me out the car. Let me out the car. What you mean? Let me out. Let him out the car. That's the niggas that don't pop. You know what I'm saying? They're just hip. They got a bookworm thing going on, and there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. You know what I'm talking about? There's not a thing wrong with that. Power to all of the people who are considered to be book smart and whatnot, because everybody has a purpose. We all need each other. We all need each other. We're all relevant. Every nigga is a star, but we fare better working together. We fare better working together. We can't work separately. That's not how. That's not how anything works. That is not how anything works. How do things work? They work cohesively, like gears in a bike or gears in a machine. Everything plays a part. There's a part that everything plays. You feel me? There's a part to play. So everybody has a part to play, and people will suffer, and people will try to figure it out, and they'll keep falling until they get that lesson one day, maybe at an ayahuasca retreat or whatever. But they'll get the lesson one day, and it will hit them upside the head like Homie the Clown sock. You know what I'm talking about? Because it took you so long to figure that shit out when it was staring at you for mad long. And it was trying to make itself apparent, and it was trying to make itself, trying to make you aware of it. So we got major work to do. This is not the time to, sit around and lollygag. Hip hop at 52. Let's make an assessment tonight. What does it look like? what is hip hop at 52? Is it heroic or is it atrocious? Is it positive or do we need to throw it away? Right? Is it a hindrance or is it something that we could use to our advantage? We got to be able to answer these questions honestly. And after we answer them honestly, we got to be able to assess what the hell needs to be done to either fix it or to kick it to the side. Because if this shit not working for us, then we need to abandon it. Me personally, I would say that, you know, shit hop and hip hop incorporated is not working for us. But hip hop Inc., right? Hip hop Inc. is not working for us. Shit hop is not working for us. But what is working for us is high frequency music, like the God hop. What's working for us is some Neteru drill. What's working for us is the brothers and sisters who are expressing themselves unapologetically, shining their light, and quote unquote kicking the door down. Check this brother out right here. He has an open mic challenge. I want everybody in the all my spitters, all my flamethrowers, all my artisans, all my rhymers, my rappers, my bartenders and whatnot. Get on this beat. Get on this challenge. This is the Reincarnated beat. Right?
Lining up, but I wanna go deeper. Was mad for a second, I ain't had the right teachers. Our people need this healing, not that junk that's in the speakers. Calling on my ancestors, please help me reach them. Suppress it any longer. Gotta show them boys and girls. Gotta claim it in there. You can wrap around it like a curl. It's our birthright. We giving big mama back up girls. Get your tribe and unite, cause we just might have to take it. Walk with power in your bones. Everybody might not make it. Feel the sun and the moon on your vessel and embrace it. We are space, we are stars because we are melanated.
Remelanated. That's fire. That's fire, y'all. I'm rocking with that. I might even hop on that, you know what I mean, and put some balls on that. And of course, you know, we got to give y'all some other real hip hop. This is for the birthday. This is for the born day. This is me celebrating the born day. Happy birthday, hip hop at 52. We love you. All right. Happy birthday. Happy born day. Happy Earth Day.
Earth invasion, and we about to go destroy this shit. It ain't holy.
Well, I can't hear myself. Yo.
Malachi L. Who?
To this day.
Who?
To this day.
I'm a walking church, and about as peaceful as a mosque. I can turn a pyramid on. Came out of Egypt just to teach this. I wrote this in hieroglyphics, pictures passing through my vision. I imagine children awake and active. There should be no kidnapping. Must overstand, I'm from the hood. I done seen a body drop flat on the ground like hood. Straight up disgusting. Young niggas walk around with a switch like a woman, but we don't discuss it. Little girls getting touched by their uncle. Like you better not say nothing. I feel like every child molested on earth should die in public. Man and woman be held on, but we in the country where that's unlikely. If I feel like that about them, then why you think I want Malachi free? He innocent, and that's Melchizedek in the flesh, the archangel Michael. Scope the devil out and I snipe him. Don't care about what you're typing. The only reason I reply, cause I know somebody that need me watching. Checking everything, even Nike. The last time we flooded earth, this time it's finna end in fire. Why you think the sun getting hotter? I got that spirit.
talking about that ruach in me. That's what you hear. Hey, I speak that life in your life and help you live. That type of talk make a paralyzed man catch a chill. Woo! I know my sheep hear my voice. Why try to avoid the void? When I speak it for a supporter, this a black hole. Gravitate towards it. Come on. I'm gon' make sure that they know that Malachi is innocent. It ain't over and they know it. And when he get up out that cell, it's game over.
To this
You
day.
need to find out who the fuck Malachi
To this
is
day.
right now.
To this day. To this day.
My guy spitting, bro. So today is the anniversary of the Gathering of the Masters. Today is hip hop's birthday, and today is 44 days since we went to Stone Mountain, y'all. What the fuck is that? Break out your calculators, ladies and gentlemen, for all of my mathematicians and whatnot. We don't want no inaccuracies. Add up. June the 28th and August the 10th. June the 28th and August the 10th. Add it up. Let's do the math. So we back. You know what I'm talking about? We back. The culture is back. Hip hop turned 42. And we was doing what we were supposed to do. I don't give a damn about nobody else because they don't give a damn about me. I wish I would. Add somebody into the equation of how the fuck I'm measuring myself and how I'm adding my shit up. You niggas is crazy. All I know is we did good. Happy birthday to us. Happy birthdays to us. The calculations say 44 days is what the God said when he added up the days from Stone Mountain to today. How many people have felt like it was 44 days since Stone Mountain? How many people have felt like it's been 44 days since Stone Mountain? And then how many people have seen the entire paradigm shift? How many people have seen the entire paradigm shift in 44 motherfucking days? And pardon my Moorish Latin, please. There's no such thing as synchronicity, y'all. Today is a power day. Today is a power day. Today is to take full advantage of what the hell we have in front of us, right? Full advantage. You know what I'm talking about? It's time to take full bomba clot advantage, y'all. We can't be humble. We can't be quiet. We can't be we can't be we can't hide anymore. This is not a call to be braggadocious. The people who put their neck out there always get their head cut off. This is never that. This is about putting your head together with somebody who is quote unquote worthy of joining intellectual faculties with. You do you know what the mastermind principle is? The mastermind principle is what you saw in the gathering of the masters. That was the mastermind principle. The mastermind principle was the fact that together we're greater than if we are apart. We are unstoppable as a collective, right? They want us to think that we need to be broken up. They want us to think that we need to be quote unquote split. They want us to think that we could do better on our own. They want us to figure out, everything on our own. When they went ahead and they put us to sleep as a collective, We was all in public food system and whatnot when they was gassing us up. They put the spell on us on Saturday with the cartoons and shit like that. Like they put us to sleep as a collective. So I'm not falling for the okie doke where niggas is trying to make it seem like, oh, you're gonna be able to come up out of this thing and create generational wealth and literally bend the spoon and defeat the matrix by being a motherfucking miser and acting like you don't need no type of resources or assistance from nobody. I'm not moving like that. I'm moving with a team. I'm moving with the heavy hitters. I'm moving with some movers and whatnot. You know what I'm talking about? I'm moving with some people who understand what the stakes are, how high the stakes are, and what they need to do to get this shit going. You know what I'm saying? And it's getting it going. As you can see in the marathon, we not playing. We not playing. We not trying to figure this out. You know what I'm saying? We not trying to figure this out. We sat back and we figured it out. Groups of us. Mastermind principle. Mastermind principle. As you can see, the majority of the people who came up and whatnot, they were familiar with us based off of us talking off the internet. Building with them off the internet. Making shit happen off the internet, not on the internet. When you get on the internet, your business is already put together. People have already realized that you're running a marathon. You've already, quote unquote, established yourself as a comrade and whatnot, and you've already done good business. So by the time people come online with you, they have nothing but good things to say. You know what I'm saying? Like, we really owe it to ourselves to see that the power is in our people. Real talking. I'm not just saying this shit just to say it. I'm saying it because the charlatans and the ones who want to fleece you and the ones who want you to be a part of their cult, they're going to try to make it seem harder than what it is. And it's not that hard. It's not that difficult. It's an agreement that everybody has to make. And because we live in an age right now where if you make an agreement, you got to stand on it by way of a smart contract or by way of a blockchain or just by way of you being invested as a stakeholder and you got stocks invested in something and you holding shares, I feel wild confident in the future. I don't have no time to argue. I don't have no time to complain. I don't have no time to even point out negatives because truth be told, it's only negative if you say it is. This is all perception based. Yo, a TV dropped on my foot when I was in Houston back in the days. A whole floor model literally dropped on my foot and I saw I looked at my foot and I saw my sock just turning red. I just saw my sock turning red, like, you know, with no hesitation. You know what I'm saying? I could have took that as a negative. I said, look, that's the opportunity for me to wear these chancletas. The mother of my daughter had got me some chancletas. So me having that accident gave me the ability to wear the open toes, the chancletas. You got to take a negative and turn it into a positive. It hurt like hell, but you know what I'm talking about. I got to wear them chancletas. You know? So life is beautiful because you say it is. Start there. Life is beautiful because you say it is, because you affirm it. Life is beautiful because, you know, you stand in that shit, that conviction. Life is beautiful because you know it is. Type shit. And then you living in hell when you affirm it. When you say that you hate it here, well, guess what? Life is gonna make you hate it here. It's gonna say, all right, hold my beer. We're gonna back that up. Your wish is my command. You know? And there's two significant effects of being around people. Two things can happen, and probably at the same time as well. You could even go crazy from being in the presence of certain people who, you know, energetically, spiritually, you know, just emotionally or aurically, they don't mix with you. So you naturally will repel those people, similar to pushing them motherfuckers up off you. Like, yo, get up off of me. You know what I mean? I don't even want you around me and whatnot. That's how you repel people who your energy can't take to. You know? But you begin to attract when you surround yourself with what they call your alikes, people who you resonate with, who are on the same path, who are on the same frequency. You cannot hide frequency, nor can you fake it. Henceforth, why meetings like Gathering of the Masters are very important, because it is suggested that you meet your heroes in this community. I don't know how that goes other places, but no, fuck that. Meet your heroes. Meet them people and see what they about. You know, see what they on, see what they not on. You know what I'm saying? And assess it from that point. But definitely meet your heroes. So all of these people who you swear by on the internet and be on your phone, that you never met, that you never broke bread with, that you never gave them a handshake, that you haven't been in their presence, you may see that this person is a repellent, or you're going to see that this person is, quote unquote, that you're attracted to this person like a magnet on a piece of iron and whatnot. You feel me? It's either way, but sometimes it could be both, but it's usually either way. That's why IRL is so important. Coming outside is so important. Popping out is so important. Showing up to these events is so important. Gathering when you hear the calling and not being all fucking bougie and whatnot and acting like you're bigger than the program. Nobody is bigger than the program. And when some of us make these calls, this shit is the program, bro. When Black Magic gets up there and he makes a call, nigga, that is the program that you're not bigger than. You know what I mean? When he makes the call, you're not bigger than the program. You got to show up. It's not like that with everybody, but it's like that with some people. So people be thinking that they bigger than the program. They block their blessings. You know what I mean? They in their little TikTok ego bag and whatnot. And everything just gets messed up. And you get left out of the cycles and whatnot. You know what I'm talking about? And your transactions are duly noted. Your transactions are duly noted. You know? Your transactions are duly noted. But this go around in this cycle, we will tolerate no mutinies. We will tolerate no sabotage, no saboteurs, no COINTELPRO. We're actually awaiting for the COINTELPRO flotilla to pull up, because we know that the agents are going to be sent and activated and whatnot, because what's being done is causing a ripple in time. What's being done is causing the pillars of the matrix to somewhat shake. Why? Because this is something that hasn't been done before. We're fulfilling certain prophecies. We're fulfilling certain prophecies the way that we're moving as a collective, not as an individual. You're not bigger than the program. No individual is bigger than the program, to whereas one person moves, then it's the whole shit moving. No, it's the whole shit moving, my nigga. It's the motherfucking collective. It's the Voltron. It's shaking shit. We got on that mountain and we started shaking shit. I don't know what nobody is talking about. We got on that mountain and shit started to shake, bro. We proved to our ancestors that we still love them, that we still honor them, that we're still there for them, that we're still, quote unquote, standing on business. That's what the fuck we showed them. That's what they were shown. Yo, we got this. This new generation, you know, the people came out and showed, oh, nah, it's what's up. We family. We're not going to ignore the calling. We're not going to act like people are not called, because once you ignore somebody, you don't really rock with them like that. We come from Brooklyn. We come from New York. It's a certain type of etiquette that we follow, chopped cheese etiquette. If a nigga holler at you and you don't holler back, then you don't fuck with us. And it might possibly be a problem. Like we might have to check your temperature, because we come from the type of city, if a nigga offer you some chopped cheese, or if they offer you half of a hero, or parts of a chicken wing, you can't be like, nah, I'm vegan. That's not love language in my city. You gotta bust that shit down, bro. If somebody pass you an L, if you don't smoke, do the fake smoke and blow that shit out. I used to do that for years. They passed me the blunt. I hit that bitch. I will not inhale. I was Bill Clinton like an MFer. I get high on one pull when I was young nostrils, young lungs back in the days before I became iron lungs. One hit, I was out of here. I was like Hippolyta, nigga, from the Lovecraft TV series. Hippolyta hit the blunt and took off. You know what I'm talking about? She was out of here. Back in the days, I would take the blunt and I was on SpaceX, my nigga. I was somewhere with Elon and them niggas. But now I'm iron lungs. My feet is grounded. I'm on a rest in peace takeoff. You know what I'm saying? I don't get taken off that easy, bro. I don't get lift off like that. You know what I'm saying? That shit gotta be the runts. It gotta be the Runnington, the big runt energy. You know what I'm talking about? But young stoner. Shout out to all of my young stoners. I was like, man, y'all niggas y'all better than me. Y'all better than me because I don't have the lungs for that right now. I don't have the lungs for that. But what started many, many years ago, but definitely what culminated at the gathering of the masses, I'm going to go through a presentation that I put together. You know, I can't go down memory lane and not give the visuals. This is a visual intensive, quote unquote, a therapy session that we're all a part of. We are part and parcel to this session. I am literally on the sofa, the brown leather one. You are getting sleepy. You are now going through the portal. That's the type of time we on right now. We on that type of time. We on portal time. We on jump through the portal time. We on you are now getting sleepy time. For real, for real. So let's go into the DeLorean. Let's get in the time machine. Let's go back into a time. Let's go back in time. Let's go ahead. All of my time travelers, strap yourselves in and get yourself ready to go on this experience, ladies and gentlemen. I want to introduce to you the marathon continues. All right, the marathon continues. Okay, let me go ahead and pull this up. Let me foolproof everything. I got mad announcements to make. I didn't even do roll call. I've been not doing roll call. Not doing the roll call. Y'all gotta pardon me. I might do roll call before we get out of here if I remember. All right. Hold on. I want to introduce y'all in case y'all don't know yet. Do y'all see the screen? Am I showing the screen? Okay, there you go. The one and only Fly Sinet. You know what I'm talking about? This is going to be my avatar on Twitch. Fly Sinet for the that's me in the 90s. I'm in a time machine. Fly Sinet is Schoolie Red 20 years ago, 30 years ago. You know what I'm talking about? Fly Sinet hangs with the YNs and the youngins and whatnot. So they won't let an old nigga like me in the club, but they'll let Fly Sinet in. So Fly Sinet is you know, it's the young god. You know what I'm talking about? It's the young god. You know what I mean? Late 20s, early 30s, you know, unctivities and whatnot. He's giving unctivities, but yeah, this is Fly Sinet. You know, y'all gonna get to see more Fly Sinet as we move along. I'm not even gonna let the cat out the bag. I'm gonna just show y'all. I was gonna let $1 million idea out the bag, but I'm gonna just show y'all better than I could tell you. But Fly Sinet is on the way. Look out for Fly Sinet. So right here, ladies and gentlemen, is the gathering of the masters. All right. This is the gathering of the masters. Let me know if y'all can hear it. I call Ross Ben, Dr. Ben. Look, this is capturing a moment in history. I'm capturing a moment in history. You said it's muzzy, it's fruity. I'm capturing a moment in history, ladies and gentlemen. Okay? Hold on a minute. I gotta render this shit. Give me a minute, because I'm doing it I gotta do this the right way. Give me 1 minute. Let me render this. Let me make it a movie. Talk black to me while I do this. Talk black to me while I do this. Matter of fact, I'm gonna go to the sponsors while I do this. That's what I'm finna do. I'm finna go to the sponsors. All right. So let me render this into a movie, and then we're gonna go, we'll play it as a video. All right. Let's get a word from our sponsors and we'll be right back. We have a monumental masterclass coming up on Friday featuring Red Pillar and the one and only Chicago Crypto Block Bully. I need y'all in the building. I need y'all to be at least 1,000 deep. You know what I mean? Our goal is 1,000. I want 1,000 of y'all to get this game. We are giving out, this is the last night that we're giving out a free book with your purchase. Today, the early bird ends. The early bird special ends at the end of this show, all right? Melanin Monday. You could get your tickets on Eventbrite. The link is in the bio. You could get your tickets even on Buy Me a Coffee. I don't know if y'all noticed or not, but Buy Me a Coffee has a store in it. It has a multiple item store. It has about 30 to 40 items inside of the store. Buy Me a Coffee. Buy Me a Coffee is like one of the new Patreon. It's almost the new Patreon. Shout out to all of my Patreons. Shout out to all of my Patreons. I will be gifting my $44 Patreons and up. You will also have access to this as one of the bonuses of being a member. All right. Pay Us in Crypto will be available as an ebook, not a physical book, not right now. It is only going to be an ebook at the moment. All right. So look out for that. That is on Friday with Chicago Crypto. We are doing this workshop. Pay Us in Crypto. Let's go.
Pay us in crypto. Diamonds is dancing like they up in disco. You niggas in fist pump, you stay up the dip low. You niggas stay up and get low. Heard you way up in Frisco, and you say what the heck so. Every player gets snipped nose. Acting gay up in Cisco. Might take the day off and play up at Mistos, causing chaos and play up Calypso. I pause in kitchens and caused addictions. I pause prescriptions and cause inflictions. Lil Bixby playing in stores and bricks and on the dark web. You gotta pause every doors, cause encryptions. Tesla engines, pause the pistons. I seen every floor I leave sore and listing. For that action, they sponsored the Bronson. They was hooked on that shit like Johnson and Johnson. That freeway, Ricky Ross, straight out of Compton, straight out of Bumpton. Red on blue, violence in the land. The projection of the will, the perfection of the kill, the reflection of the pills. I'm a frontline soldier, I'm no doja. These crystals not for focus in crypto. Diamonds is dancing like they up in disco. You niggas in fist pump, you stay up and dip low. You niggas stay up and get low. Heard you way up in Frisco, if you say what the heck so. Every player gets snipped now. Acting gay up in Cisco. Might take the day off and play up at Pistols, causing chaos and play up Calypso. Hickory dickory dock. Hit a lick, put the sticky in the box. When the blicky get hot. Lick off a shot. Heavy in the pedal, we slip off a knot. Heavy in the ghetto, they crib walk a lot. Crib walk the crypto, lift off the stocks. Drips off the crystal and pots. Disco rods in the blocks on my chain from the crystal shop. In the light there, lift off the rock. Toe from the right chain on my block. White paint on my socks. White paint on my socks. Hickory dickory dock. Hit the lick, put the sticky in the box. When the blicky get hot. Lick off a shot, we lick off a shot. Pay us in crypto. Diamonds is dancing like they up in discos. You niggas if it's smoke, you stay up and dip low. You niggas stay up and get low. Heard you way up from Frisco and you say what they heck so. Every player gets slips now. Acting gay up in Cisco. Might take the day off and play up in pistols, causing chaos and play up Calypso.
Family, that right there, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, guys and goddesses, Moors and Mobites, that right there is the Pay Us in Crypto song. That is going to be our theme song for a little while. Moving forward, we're going to be celebrating this new money matrix that we're in. We got to remind everybody every day, like a mantra, pay us in crypto. Right? Pay us in crypto. Don't let nobody play with you. Don't let nobody lie to you. Don't let nobody treat you like you are the help. Don't let nobody little bro you. Don't let nobody undervalue you. Don't let nobody try to toss singles and fiats and Abraham Lincolns at you. You're not no goddamn stripper. No disrespect to the strippers. Shout out to them. Pay us in crypto though. Y'all need to get y'all shit together. You know what I mean? Come and holler at Rich Phil. I'll dress you up. I'll get you dressed for the party. Pay us in crypto. You know what I'm talking about? They should have been throwing Bitcoins at your BBLs for years. For years.
To this day.
OnlyFans and all of that.
To this day.
They throwing dollars and shit. They could have been throwing XRP at you. Like, you know what? Just throw Ethereum at my clappers and whatnot. Will it be recorded for replay? Will a bird fly? And will a fish swim? Yes, it will definitely be recorded for replay. It's even going to be post-production work done on it. The replay is going to be even more of a movie than the actual lecture. How about that? The replay is going to be more of a movie than the actual master class, because we're going to lay a lot of post-production. We have a humongous campaign that we've been doing. I don't know if you've seen the YouTube commercial, but we have this as a YouTube commercial. We've been paying advertisers. We've been going crazy. We're going to have a 5-day drip campaign leading up to Friday, to where you're going to be seeing advertising leading up to the Bitcoin bully and the pillar combo masterclass. Pay us in crypto. We put the blicky in the box. And yeah, like I said, y'all gonna be, you can't find a Bitcoin thingy. I don't know what that is. And y'all are going to be receiving the song, the single, Pay Us in Crypto. That's gonna be available. And you're also gonna be receiving, the book, and then you'll be receiving a ticket to the masterclass. It is not a workshop. We do not do workshops for this type of ticket and this price point and whatnot, but we do masterclasses, but we do not do workshops. And this is not a lecture. We are not here to lecture you. We are here to empower you. Okay? Diamonds is dancing. Pay us in crypto. This t-shirt will be available the day of the class, the master class. This will have a QR code on the shirt that will bring you to the master class. So this t-shirt will cost the price of the master class, and it will not go down, and it will be on the NFT. It will be an NFT, and it will be on the blockchain, and it will quote unquote have a smart, in memory of NIP, in memory of the Marathon store. It will be a smart device on the apparel. You could scan the QR code and you will receive all type of information on crypto. You'll be able to join our hedge fund. You will be able to see our Netaverse coin. You will be able to visit us in the Netaverse, and you'll have access to our Discord along with the music. Diamonds is Dancing. The song will be on the shirt. The song will be on. Did you hear me? Did I make myself? And it was that clarity. The song will be a part of the shirt. Okay? So look out for that, y'all. Look out for that. We are very, very, very enthusiastic about what we're doing with Bitcoin Bully. You know what I'm talking about? That is KTL All-Star. That is also alumni. He been rocking with us since the tippy. You know what I mean? Since 2017, we actually were the ones who brought him out into the community and introduced him to this community. So, you know, thank us later for the introduction and whatnot. And you know, when we get together, it's always a movie. So definitely look out for that. Definitely look out for that. You know what I'm saying? Definitely look out for that. Tell me how y'all like this right here. Give me the feedback on this design right here. I don't want to compare the two because there's room for about 10 of them. The merch is going to go crazy anyway. We're not going to just relegate it to one thing. But how do y'all like this design right here? Is this wavy? Is this wavy? Let me know. Is this wavy Crockett? Is this wavy Crockett? I want to give a birthday shout out because there's a lot of people's birthday. Ironically enough, yeah, there's a lot of people's birthday today. You know what I mean? Today's a magical day. Today's a magical day. The day is lined up crazy. You know what I'm saying? Very, very, very majestic day, I must say. I'm very thankful of the air that I breathe and the health that I have and the sustainability and all of these things. Baba Samaj, right? His birthday is today. I want everybody in the building, every single person that can hear this, to send our Baba Samaj. He knew us when we were in the womb, y'all. This man knew me and my brother when we were in the womb. He knows my grandfather. He sang at my grandfather's deathbed. He plays the guitar and whatnot, and he also does calypso. But he did a spiritual hymn for my grandfather when he was in his deathbed back in the days, 2000, like 08, 09. So Baba is in a situation where his health is ailing him, right? So we want to send healing energy. If there's somebody that has a healing device that could send healing energy, and you could do it from a long distance, if there's like brouhahas, not the dirty brouhahas, not the ones that be doing stupid shit, you know what I mean? And the watchful spirits that be out here spying on people, turning into flies and whatnot. No, not y'all. Not y'all. Yeah, we'll deal with y'all another day. We talking about the benevolent ones, the fairies. I need y'all to put in some work, some energy work for this is my Baba. This is one of my Babas. It takes a village, and Baba was raising me and Blue since we were babies, yo. You know what I'm talking about? There's not too many people in this community that I could even give that type of title to or that type of credulence to. But Baba is one of them. You know what I mean? And he's one of the coldest jewelry makers in the world. He is one of the coldest silversmiths that you will ever meet. So I don't want to sit here. I want to speak on him on his birthday and give him his flowers. I want to speak on him in a positive light. I want to manifest good health. I want to manifest vigor and vitality in Baba's life. All right, Baba Samaj, okay, from Studio of Patah, one of the ones who brought this into the community. We call him the Ankh Man. Baba Samaj is a KTL All-Star, and Baba Samaj has been on KTL Radio, all the way up to KTL TV, all the way up to Higher Level Conversations, all the way up to Know the Ledger. I didn't have him on Know the Ledger 444, but I'm going to make that one of my goals and whatnot. So happy born day to him. Happy born day to him. Okay. Yes, indeed. So let's continue to move through this timeline. I'm still waiting for this movie let me do something. Boop. Let me make this faster. Hold on 1 minute. Give me 1 minute, y'all. I have to shorten this presentation so it could render faster. You know what I mean? I had it rendering a lot of pages that I don't even need and whatnot. I don't even need to use it. In the meantime, while we do that, let's go to another one of our sponsors. You know what I mean? We gotta, you know what I'm saying? If man, because the sponsors take care of us. You know what I mean? If it was left up for these little donations, I would be out there with homie that's rapping homeless and whatnot. You know what I'm talking about? Like I would be out there with homie and shit. So shout out to my sponsors. Y'all keeping the lights on and whatnot. Thank you for everybody that believes in us. But more important than our sponsors is our Patreons and our KTLians, the ones who support every single thing that we do. Believe you me, I see you. We have all of y'all names. We've been doing the analytics, so we know which one of y'all are the golden child, which one of y'all are the chosen ones, which one of y'all are true KTLians. My Patreons, I really love y'all. I just saw that there's a live stream option on Patreon. I will be doing private Patreons with the family and whatnot, and y'all about to get a ton of behind the scenes footage and whatnot, content. When I shot it in New York, when I was just in New York, I got a ton of, I was walking through Coney Island Beach, breaking down the history of Coney Island, building with the people, showing everything that was going on this summer. Today is the last day of the dog days of summer. It started July 3rd and it's all the way up to August 11th. So I want you to make an assessment of how the world has changed and how the Jason months and things have somewhat shifted through July 3rd leading up to today. We are in the last day of the dog days of summer. So theoretically, we are on the descent. We are descending the mountain. We are descending the mountaintop. We are descending the mountaintop. That is what's taking place right now as we find ourselves in this, from this day forward, moving on. From this day forward, moving on, that's what the fuck is happening, okay? That's just what it is, okay? So salute to that, you know what I mean? Salute to our journey and our trek towards the end of the fiscal year, so we can assess, right, what just took place in this year. It has been moving faster than the damn it's been moving faster than a jet plane. You know what I mean? It's been moving fast, man. But I'm not complaining. I'm not complaining. I am not complaining at all. I'm just gonna move fast with it because that I figured out that you got to keep up with this thing by literally moving at a quantum pace. So I don't feel as fatigued as I was feeling before. I actually feel more charged up. I don't feel lethargic. I don't feel like I gotta take a nap. You know what I'm talking about? I don't feel like that. I was feeling like that before and whatnot. I feel like there's a solar maximum. I feel like the sun is charging me up in ways where my DNA is becoming activated. I feel like my melanin is literally is becoming magnetized. My carbon is being charged and whatnot. That's what I'm feeling. You know? I'm feeling the magnetic pull of that ship that's coming to the planet, that's coming to see these goddamn peckerwoods and whatnot. That's what I'm feeling. I'm hearing the chitter chatter. I'm hearing the rumblings and the mumblings and you know the white noise and shit like that. That's where I'm coming in from. That's how I'm tapping in. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how everybody else is feeling, but that's how I feel. You was fatigued for like 3 days straight. Yeah, that's understood. You know what I mean? That's understood. Shit is, you know what I mean? I was going through it. I was going through it. You know what I mean? I was going through it. Some days I had to lay on the floor. Let me play a commercial from yesterday, right? Shout out to everybody that was in the building yesterday for the marathon. That was a straight movie, bro. That 4 hours, that shit was a powerful 4 hours, I must say. Shout out to everybody. Y'all got to meet some powerful people. Like, I was elated to just hear everyone's story and just to see everybody meeting one another and whatnot. That put a big smile on my face. My KTL All-Stars are dangerous, bro. They dangerous, bro. I'm scared of them. You know what I'm talking about? They are dangerous, bro. They came to do the mother effing work. You know what I'm saying? We good. I feel like we're safe in their hands. We're safe in their hands. You know, the people who showed up, my KTL All-Stars, as long as they remain loyal, because that is that's the key to everything. Loyalty destroys. Loyalty erases the record. Disloyalty will erase the hard drive, theoretically speaking, meaning that it will set everything back. You know what I'm saying? Disloyalty is not tolerated, nor is it forgiven. You know what I'm saying? We don't play that shit. So as long as the KTL All-Stars remain loyal and royal, then we will definitely get that Arab oil. I got big plans, yo. Big plans. Don't ever allow anybody to sabotage what we are building over here, because it is sorry for your loss. If it works out like that, it is sorry for your loss. Matter of fact, let me show y'all this. Let me take y'all into the future. I'm gonna show y'all something. This is where we at with the technology. This is what we're gonna be doing with the pay us in crypto, with the technology, with the AR technology. Check this out.
Gil, let me say it this way, and I don't support system, but I think that one of the things we have to learn in order for me, or I hope I'm speaking for two gentlemen, and this is for parents, our parents. You can't fight the teacher and learn. There's a discipline in study, and we have to learn. The damage has been done to us and still being done, but we ourselves got to take this. With all the bad things that go on in the classroom, and I went through it, you got to be able to count, you got to be able to write, you know what I mean? You got to know science. You got to be able to equate and evaluate. And you can't fight the teacher doing it. Parents can't come down to fight the teacher. Bad teacher, get them out of the neighborhood. We have to go through the principle of educating ourselves. And our parents got to do it. I'm sure your parents did it and other parents did it. There is a discipline we got to go back to. And I've said that the basic thing we have to do is to stop letting the damage, what he's talking about, to continue by saying, I'm not going to the classroom because they're going to say this. You don't have, when you go to the classroom, you don't have racism. Don't care which
The future in technology, the future in apparel. You know what I mean? We got to get with the program because they're making some big moves out there, ladies and gentlemen. They're making some big moves are just being made. Let me okay, so it won't even, as it's doing that. I was going to open up. I was gonna open up the keynote, but it's still loading up. It's still turning into a movie. It's rendering. It's rendering. So T-shirts. I wanted to show you better than I could tell you. I said smart apparel, but I wanted to show you better than I could tell you. I said salute to Nipsey Hussle and what he brought to the table, but I wanted to show you better than I could tell you. I said that they will pay us in crypto, but I want to show you better than I could tell you. You feel me? Innovation is what is going to save our nation. Let's say that together. Innovation is what's going to save the nation. We have to be innovative. We have to be innovative. We have to utilize the tools that are available to us that are literally laying around, and we have to be innovative with said tools and whatnot. We got to make that shit work for us. There's nothing stopping us. There's nothing in our way. There's no barriers, but they're going to create barriers. Barriers are being created, right? Barriers are being created. And even though they're doing a lot of goofy shit, like in the government, don't let that get in your way. Don't take that shit personal, what Donald Trump might be doing. Don't claim that. You know what I'm saying? That don't got nothing to do with you. You know what I mean? But check this out, though. I'm showing you this, but I'm telling you, do not own this shit. This don't have nothing to do with you. This is these devils getting desperate. And
this is Liberation Day in D.C., and we're going to take our capital back. We're taking it back under the authorities vested in me as the President of the United States. I'm officially invoking Section 740 of the District of Columbia Home Rule Act. You know what that is? And placing the D.C. Metropolitan Police Department under direct federal control. And in addition, I'm deploying the National Guard to help reestablish law, order, and public safety in Washington, D.C., and they're going to be allowed to do their job properly.
You was a fool. Bro, that was one day. So what? So what? He really I do niggas up there. You don't even know me for real. No, you don't. Because you went and told your lies. You better crash. You better crash. See you later, buddy. Tell him to swing on me. Swing on us. Nah, we don't even want that like that, bro. You said you like that 640 and all that. You sick. That's what I'm saying. You sick. You 640. You punched me so I can defend myself. What? Watch out. You sick. Get the fuck out of here. You was getting slapped. He talking about him. You really a police officer.
Now, if you're living a life where you're not engaging in some type of wayward activity, not saying that you can't hang on your block or be with the fellas, not to say that you can't kick it, not to say that you can't be in a trap, not to say anything, but the wise man would assess the chessboard and act accordingly. You understand what I'm saying is, when Donald Trump starts to do shit like that in the District of Columbia, because he's really he's what you're seeing is a direct response to the YNs. This is the direct response to the YNs, the same people that NBA YoungBoy told to worship Donald Trump and to praise Donald Trump. He's going against the same demographics that he has pardoned, he has got brought on stage with him, and that he has locked and rubbed elbows with. He destiny swapped with Chef G, Quan from Philadelphia, a drill rapper. He locked elbows with a bunch of drill rappers. You know what I mean? Like, this is what Trump does. But then at the end of the day, he is going to move into full tyrant mode. This is a move that we saw Homelander make on the season finale of season 4 of The Boys, when he went martial law, and when he went, right? Then he go martial law. And what did they do? They chased down the boys and whatnot, right? They militarized the police. They declared martial law, and he took over the government. That's Homelander, who is the evil Superman on the TV show The Boys. The same shit that Trump is doing right now. This is Chocolate City that we're talking about. This is DC that was already lit. Right? DC is kind of lit right now. DC has a burgeoning black, quote unquote, professional scene and whatnot. Those are federal employees. Those are sisters with great jobs. Those are good brothers out there. All right. But there's a criminal element, you know, something that we not going to deny. There's a huge criminal element out there. And the YNs is acting crazy. The YNs are definitely crashing out in different places. Like they tweaking with the carjackings, they tweaking with the shootings of children, they tweaking with the broad daylight murdering, they tweaking with the with the murder for hires. They're kind of tweaking, my nigga. They're getting the attention. So DC is one thing. He turned the police force federal. DC is already federal. But what does that mean for different cities like Atlanta, Memphis, Philly, New York, when they take over the police department? He took over the police department and turned that shit federal, and he's bringing in the National Guards. And school is just coming back. They're going to provoke the YNs. Remember Freddie Gray. Yes, a lot of people got laid off. Remember Cop City too. I know a lot of aunties got laid off. A lot of quote unquote mamas got laid off. A lot of melanated black women got laid off in DC, and that could have been the best thing that happened to you. Only if you know what to do with your time, only what to do with your professionalism, only if you knew what to do with your degree. He helped you out, theoretically speaking, but you got to be ready to fucking go. Like on some Juneteenth shit. You know what I mean? Your ankle monitor got chopped off on a plantation, but are you ready to run and become a boss on your own plantation? Are you ready to turn this shit into, are you ready to go into the woods and build an empire? If not, stay on the plantation, put the fucking ankle bracelet back on, and go get on your 3 hots. Your 3 cots in a hot. 3 hots in a cot, I mean. It's simple science. If you out there taking penitentiary chances and you don't have to, if you taking penitentiary chances to go ahead and blow 20 bands in the club, nigga, go to jail. Don't pass go, nigga. Go right to the fucking pens. Go live in the feds, my nigga. Since y'all, that's what y'all like to do. Go and make it, because they're having a Dior fashion show in the Supermax, nigga. Make sure you get there on time. Front row. If you selling drugs, scamming, doing all type of wayward shit, just so you could floss and stand on a nigga couch and hit a hookah, go to jail, nigga. Go right to jail, nigga. Don't collect no motherfucking don't collect no $200. Don't go past go. Go right to the Bing, nigga. Go right to the box. Don't even take a shower. Just put your motherfucking pillow on a concrete shit and go lay down, nigga, and die. If you are throwing money in the club every night on butt naked ladies and whatnot, but you won't throw no money in the daytime at a motherfucking LLC or at a business plan, that's why I asked earlier, how much is a Birkin bag going for? Whatever that cost is, that's where I'm starting my course at. Because my information is more beneficial than a Birkin bag or a Chanel bag or any of that bullshit y'all be trying to wear, trying to cosplay wealthy white women, and y'all didn't need to do that because y'all was already wealthy because you got healthy melanin. But you want to put on Chanel and Birkin bags. Well, if you ever come to me for anything, you're gonna pay me 2 times more than what you pay for the Birkin, respectfully. Because you won't respect the information, you won't respect the upgrade, you won't even respect my methods because you didn't pay enough for it. But you respect that Birkin, you respect that Amiri, and you respect them shades by Dior, my nigga. So we going designer with it. We got to keep up with the culture. We're going to have to go designer with our shit. You know what I'm talking about? To out designer the designer so people will be desirable of what it is that we have to offer. Anything else is uncivilized because niggas is uncivilized. You can't bring civilization to niggas that's uncivilized. They're uncivilized. They want trinkets. They want motherfucking material and whatnot. They want brands that don't even care about them. So let them niggas eat cake. But for the people who really want it and for the people that really need it and is going to do something with it, well, then lock in. It's called membership, has privileges. I don't want a ticket sold. I don't want it. I want memberships. Pay us in crypto. Become a member. You know what a member is? A member is not a follower. A member is not a follower. A member is somebody who remembers and they're invested. I need investors. I need members. You understand? And I need laborers, people who are unionized. I need a union. Fuck family, all of that. Yo, that's the family, nigga. That shit ain't enough. The fuck with family is not enough. That's not legally binding. That's not legally binding. I need y'all to sign your name on this smart contract and stop playing games and lock the fuck in. And if you don't lock in, nigga, that's your loss. What are you talking about? You be at the bottom of the leaderboard. But I need you to lock in. And we need to incentivize our people to do what they naturally supposed to be doing. But because we're not in a natural state of mind, I can't judge anybody and I can't hold them to the standards of doing that shit. You know what I mean? So my boy, one of my day ones, my Ace Boon Coon, my nigga, who I was looking for to try to save his life, he made transition. They had a balloon release for him in the parking lot of Platinum Strip Club in Atlanta off of Cheshire. First of all, no strippers really showed up. The shit was supposed to be jam-packed if they was really about that life. They was supposed to be jam-packed. It was supposed to be a motherfucking traffic jam. 3 strippers showed up. My dude used to feed strippers hundreds. My dude used to date mad strippers. My dude, he was one of those Atlanta dude. He was a Brooklyn dude in Atlanta who was getting it, hopping out of Lamborghinis, Range Rovers. He was one of those who got everything and showed niggas in New York and Brooklyn how to get it. My dude was literally thought to be an immortal. That's how much. That's why people don't even believe that he's not here with us. He literally was moving like an immortal. We thought he was an immortal. Nigga, none of them strippers came through and showed nothing. No, they didn't release a fucking balloon, my nigga. You want to talk to me about stripper culture? Niggas want to act like there's something honorable about these Jezebel spirits and whatnot. My dude, you know, he was a part of that underworld and he made his choice and he said that he was going to lay in his bed and whatnot. But I don't know what to say to my nigga to let him know, well, when it was all said and done, the motherfuckers didn't even show up for you. You know what I'm talking about? I'm talking about the city didn't even show up. Brooklyn didn't show up. It was people out there. I'll show it in a look, matter of fact. It was people out there, but not based on who he was. You feel me? Not based off of what he did to that city. It was people out there, but nowhere near what he deserved based off of who he is and what he meant to Atlanta, right? So you'll never be able to tell me about street culture, let alone you'll never convince me that any black man spending his money in a strip club, right, wasting thousands upon thousands of dollars. I'm talking about throwing money away, blood money sometimes, shit that they hurt people for, things that they took penitentiary chances to try to get the attention of a Jezebel. Nah, we are not the same. I don't respect you. You live in neighborhoods and you're looking at people suffering and whatnot. And I'm here to let you know there's a reason why people are suffering, man. It's because of their decisions that they made for about 3 decades straight, bro. These niggas, my nigga was going to the club I came in Atlanta in 97. I stopped going to the club in like 2000 and change. Niggas was still in the club to this day, bro. I got niggas in the club still today, bro, and I'm touching 50, bro. It don't make no sense. If you don't own a club, or if you're not in a motherfucking social club, or if you're not in Dubai at this point, or if you're not in established where you have equity, you still arguing with the promoters like, Alex, let me in. No, fam. How? You a legend. You in the club still, bro? No, we don't do clubs. My frequency is so high that even at the parking lot, I'm a Reform Street nigga. These was the trenches was out there. I didn't even feel comfortable because it was like I was just upset. Like, yo, this is a lot of fake love, bro. My nigga deserved better than being in the parking lot. He deserved more than a parking lot.
Now, hold on, we're waiting on somebody else. Why we been waiting on?
It gotta be more than that in life. We're gonna have we had a balloon release in Brooklyn, and we're gonna have a service in Brooklyn and in Atlanta. But come on, fam.
Lucky, just for you, baby. He showed up.
There go one stripper.
The nutcase is here, baby. He's ready to spray the parking lot.
Here's one stripper. It's hard to find the second one. You know what I'm saying? She got the finest polyester.
Oh man, that look, it be going there.
Is this the same? Hold on, we got the actual release. You know what I'm saying? All I'm saying for my bros that are out there, when you go, they don't care about you. Whoever you invest your bread in this day and time, they should care about you. They should be crazy about you.
It's a celebration.
I need a motherfucking I need the city to come out when I make my motherfucking exit. I need the city to come out, nigga.
So we're gonna make this shit larger than life. Anybody else want to say anything? You know, any memories of Lucky, anything? I'm the only nigga that beat Lucky in a one-on-one basketball. The only nigga beat him one-on-one in basketball. Wife, that's the wife. The wife.
Right.
Real time, yeah.
Real quick.
Love you, brother.
I told my people, don't ever do no fucking balloon release for me, bro. Don't ever do no goddamn balloon release. No disrespect to the balloons, but I watch Pop the Balloon too much for me to do a balloon release. You know what I'm talking about? Don't do that for me. I'm good. I don't want to be in the parking lot. I don't want to be at Piedmont Park, niggas. I don't want to be at Malcolm X Park with the fucking balloons, nigga. Spare me that one, okay? Spare me that one. No balloons, my niggas. Grow up. No balloons. No disrespect to anybody's balloon ceremonies, but no balloons. We're not doing gender reveals and we're not doing balloons. So the legend and my guy, who many people will probably judge and don't know, and I'm cool with that because I was judged through life. I've been judged. I'm still judged. There's literally nothing that I could do to convince people that, you know, I'm not a danger to myself. You know what I'm saying? Because they would judge me from where I come from. They would judge me from my past. Like, oh no, you know, you come from Brooklyn, you come from this, you come from you know what I mean? You come from the trenches. What? Don't judge me. Everybody is here to be judged, but everybody is definitely here to evolve and to grow. So it's the retrospection. Keep in mind, we in retrograde, so it's heavy on the reflection. It's heavy on the nostalgia. It's heavy on the going back in time. Heavy, real heavy right now. You know what I mean? So don't shy away from, just sitting by yourself and really just going through your mental Rolodex. Don't put it past yourself. I want to play this classic commercial. This is going to go down in stream of history. This is the commercial for the Manifestation Marathon that we launched. This is going into the archives. This is going into the museums and whatnot. This is done by me. I put all of this together. I'm getting nicer and whatnot. Commercials is lit, all right? But check this out. This is for the Manifestation Portal.
In the dark reaches of space, where time unravels and dimensions converge, the Ascension Gateway awakens. Forged in stardust, crowned with precious gems of power, guarded by ancient stargates, it opens, not to another world, but to all worlds at once. Will you cross through the light, or be left behind in shadow? We have entered the 888 Stargate. The time is upon us. Ascension Protocols. Join us 4:44 a.m. as we embark upon a once-in-a-lifetime interactive experience. Brother Red Pillar will be streaming live from Twitch and Yapit all day. A 24 hours spiritual subathon. He begins at 4:44 a.m. and ends 24 hours later. Let's just say it will be a movie. Special guests will be B-Del, 1014, Sharif, Anael Bey, New Diamonds, and much more. What a time to be aligned.
I should have known that shit was gonna be legendary just based off of the commercial. Shout out to Yapit, shout out to KTL Plus. I need everybody in the building to sign up to Yapit right now. I need everybody in the building to sign up to Yapit right now. I'm gonna pass my referral code. You know when somebody is yapping, when somebody is just yapping, that means that they running their mouth and whatnot. So we have a platform that we're aligned with. We did not build this platform. We do not own this platform. This platform is not one of our proprieties. However, we are locked in with this platform. I was on the phone with the owner of this platform. This brother is going to be a guest on one of our future shows. We're just really just warming it up. We can't bring him on right away. Duh. We got to warm this shit up by bringing legends and whatnot and explaining to you and giving you the source about this app. We call this app an everything app. This app, the engine behind Yapit, is comparable to an engine on a Ferrari and whatnot. This is a powerful app. I have not seen an app. I have not touched the app more powerful than Yapit. And I'm not saying that because I'm on it and whatnot. I'm saying that because I could confidently beat on my chest and stand on that shit. I could stand on that. You know what I'm talking about? I could stand on that shit. A lot of people can't do that. A lot of people cannot do that. So the Yapit app, I'm going to give you my referral code. It's important to use my referral code. This is a point system. I need a few hundred followers right now. I'm at 57. That is not enough. This is a numbers game. We don't do bots and we don't do inorganic traffic. We do real traffic here. I need a few hundred. There goes I'm gonna drop it right there. There it goes. It's in the Google store. You could find Yapit in the Google store and you could find it in the Apple store. I don't know about the website. It's yapit.app. Yapit.app, not yapit.com. Yapit.app is the website, but go ahead and sign up. This is the world's biggest conscious community social media. Social consciousness lives on Yap It. Consciousness lives on Yap It. I shit you not. When you go there, you will see that consciousness lives on Yap It. This is the home of consciousness. It is the most conscious app in our community. Facts. There's no other app. You could name them. Give me names of apps that you would say for a social platform. And this is not social media, by the way. This is called social monetization because there you actually connect your wallet. Okay, you can actually connect your wallet. Okay, your crypto wallet. You connect your wallet. You connect your bank card. You could buy. You have a crypto exchange right here on the app. You could literally buy cryptocurrency on the app, and you won't have to leave the app. You literally can buy many different things. Check this out.
The time is upon us. Ascension Protocols. Join us 8 p.m. as we embark upon a once-in-a-lifetime interactive experience. Brother Red Pillar will be streaming live from Twitch, YouTube, and Yap It, a capstone to our 24-hour spiritual subathon. We began at 4:44 a.m. on August 8th, and we close the gate tonight at 8. Let's just say we made history. What a fucking time to be aligned. Family, listen. This is Act 2 of the 888 Lionsgate Manifestation Marathon. Our host, Red Pillar, aka Fly Senat, aka Rich Phil, aka Schooly Red, aka Super Legend, will take us inside the portal. This is infinite abundance energy. We're aiming for $10,000 in subscriptions today, and every single one of you is part of it. When you subscribe, you're not just supporting, you are declaring your manifestation. Drop your manifestation in the chat right now. Seal it with a sub and share this link with 8 people you love. The portal is open. Let's step through together. Special guests on tonight's show will be Bidel Sharif Anael Bey, New Diamonds Karma El Bey, Nashon, Lee Malik, Deshaun, Windy, Mazella, and much more.
Yeah, so yapit.com, no, yapit.app/Red Pillar. My referral code, I just dropped it in the chat. You know what I mean? Go and sign up. Become a friend and join that network and go crazy. I promise you. Thank me later. Thank me later. And here's one of there is so many things that go on with that site that I'm excited, I'm enthusiastic about. Here's one of the bigger things. On the marathon, our good brother H Factor went over to Yap It. He's a Yap It specialist. He's actually a Yap It expert. I think he is certified. And he showed himself buying a song from my brother Jefferson from Athletics. I bet y'all didn't know that Jefferson does music, and he does, right? He has multiple projects, and him and his brother, my new Tonti North, right? He got beats and he got music. But anyway, he bought his album, right? The brother bought his album for 99 cents, y'all. Okay? He bought his album for 99 cents. That's what Corey bought his album. No, he bought a song for 99 cents. So I don't know if people realize how revolutionary that might be, because at the end of the day, the average artist never saw 99 cents for a song that they made unless they were selling it out the trunk or on a mixtape where they were signing that shit on, you know what I mean? But when you get signed to a label, you see a fraction of a penny based off of your deal. Some niggas was managed to get 2 pennies, and they call that the deal of the century, 2 pennies type shit. Baby from Cash Money and them, they got lucky and they were able to finagle a deal. Some niggas is getting half, but for the most part, 92% of signed artists that are in the industry that people thought were the most smartest people and all of that, you doing better than them if you sell one song for 99 cents. Okay? The tools that are available right now are going to propel the next quote unquote independent 99 cent artist into billionaire status without even blinking. Okay? Mark my word. Mark my word. Right? So I had to abandon the whole jump off trying to turn this thing into whatever, because it wasn't doing that. Yeah, shout out to Flossinette. Like I said, this is my new Twitch character. This is my avatar. We're gonna take over streaming with the Flossinette show. All right. Picture me picture these brothers talking as if, I'll show you. I don't even want to tell you. I'll show you. I'll show you the magic. You know what I mean? I'm gonna show you the magic. You know what I'm talking about? Gathering of the masses. This is the anniversary. It was a beautiful, beautiful day in the neighborhood. A beautiful day in the neighborhood. Would you be mine? Could you be mine? I met people from Mississippi. I didn't know that y'all was so lit. I met people from Alabama. I didn't know that y'all was so deep. I met people from New Orleans, Louisiana in the building, Mississippi in the building, Alabama in the building. The Carolinas, both North and South, deep. New York, deep. Sister Myra, right there. Yaki, Brother Rich, legends. This is the quote-unquote turn-up, right? We had after parties. We made memories. We made magic in Atlanta. I promise you. We turned that shit to Magic City, right? But Black Magic City. Black Magic City. That whole strong end. I could do magic. They was lit, right? My God, Wayne. Come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. Look at our people. Y'all can't hear it? Oh, well. That's crazy. Hold on. Let me fix that. Let me see something. Maybe we could fix the device. Where's my phone at? Where's my phone at? Turn it into my phone. Turn my phone. Hold on, y'all. Let me see if I can turn my phone into a mic. All right, I'm gonna play it on the webcam. Let me know if you can hear it like this.
Kids today don't realize that in the golden era of hip hop fashion, there was no doubt of what was in style and what was out. You can't mention hip hop style without mentioning this man's name. It didn't matter who he was, a street hustler, rapper, artist, singer, or a regular person that just wanted to be fly. You had to go see Dapper Dan. If you're gonna start that, had to come down to the beat. You know you had to have that fucking Kango. Or you could have the black fedora on. Can't forget about the gazelle frames. You had to have the snapback with the rope in it. You had to have the starter cap for the professional teams and the G cap for the college teams. You had to have the 2-finger ring or the 4-finger ring. You know you had to have the neck full of gold, man. You probably had gold fronts too. Or if you was more on the conscious side, you would have the medallion, yo. You would have like the African medallion. Some people used to have the Batman medallion, man.
Is that better, y'all?
Kids today don't realize that in the golden era of hip hop fashion, there was no doubt of what was in style and what was out. You can't mention hip hop style without mentioning this man's name. It didn't matter who he was, a street hustler, rapper, artist, singer, or a regular person that just wanted to be fly. You had to go see Dapper Dan. You're going to start that head and come down to the feet. You know you had to have that bucket Kango. Or you could have the black fedora on. You can't forget about the gazelle frames. You had to have the snapback with the rope in the front. You had to have the starter cap for the professional teams and the G cap for the college teams. You had to have the 2-finger ring or the 4-finger ring. You know you had to have the neck full of gold, man. And you probably had gold fronts too. Or if you was more on the conscious side, you would have the medallion, yo. You would have like the African medallion. Some people used to have the Batman medallion, man, that was popping, or whatever was popping. You either had 360 waves or a high top fade, cameo, or flat top, whatever you want to call it. Kids today wouldn't believe that we put peroxide in our hair to make it dye like that. And you know you had to get the fresh design in the back. I remember when the blowout got hot, and then kids started fading their locks on the side and pushing the locks through the top of a hat. Yeah, I couldn't find a picture of this, but remember when people used to get like a little box on the back of their head? They had a fade, and they would get this little rat tail. That's crazy. Why was they doing that? You definitely had to have a Casio watch or a Swatch watch. High jackets. You know you had to have that members only. You was fresh if you had a satin bomber, yo. You definitely had to have the starter pullover. Any one of the three was good, but you definitely had to have that Carolina one right here. Had to have the sheepskin of the Sherlin, man. Yeah. Kids today have no idea that this jacket right here, they would shoot you for it and wear it with your blood on it, with the bullet hole in it, and didn't care. You bought this coat knowing that you was going to be a target, and you just didn't care. Yo, you had to be the toughest of the tough to have this coat. And that spirit lives on today. I can't think of a fashion trend as crazy as triple fat goose.
Hip hop culture,
One
y'all.
day,
Hip hop
you was the
culture.
man.
52.
The next day it was, ooh, ooh, you got it. The triple fat goose, go, go. So how'd that happen? What happened? Somebody tell me why they became a pariah in 2 seconds. I need to know. You had Helly Hansen, Nordica, Columbia, Abrix, and Pelly Pelly. 9 times out of 10, if you see somebody in Pelly Pelly walking towards you, they're gonna rob you. Shout out to Levi jeans and Lee jeans. They had this thing back in the days called Lee Patch Patrol. They would run up on you and snatch your Lee patch off so they could sew it on the cheaper pair of jeans they had. 2 of the biggest trends in 1989 and 1990 were Black Bart Simpson and the polka dots by Kwame. Everybody had polka dots. You had Adidas and Feli tracksuits. Out to the lowlights, to the lowheads, cross colors, Champion, Carhartt, and Carcanine. Yo, I had the same exact sweater right here. Crazy. Should I do all the different kicks? And should my wife do the girls version?
Polo was never meant for us. It spoke country clubs, yacht decks, and Ivy League lawns until the block rewrote the script. Brownsville to Flatbush, the lowlifes didn't ask. They claimed it, snatched those horsemen from the hills and galloped them through the boroughs.
Hold on. It's choppy.
Kids today don't realize.
All right, so this Stone Mountain right here, ladies and gentlemen. This is Stone Mountain right here. All right, this is where the people were 44 days ago. This is where the people were 44 days ago. This is where the magic happened. This is where the family converged and the masses and whatnot. This is the beginning of a shift, a paradigm shift. Huh? Earthquakes, floods, fires, you name it, alien sightings. So much things have occurred in a short span of 44 days. It's mind-blowing. We literally have to unpack this even more. I was going to focus on it primarily, but then hip-hop turned 52, and there was other things to talk about today. So we're going to focus a lot on this 44-day
Breaking news, what the same day is hitting New York. Another earthquake just rocked the city.
Paradigm
This is
shift.
not normal. Why does the ground keep shaking beneath New York City? Now, I'm sure there's been earthquakes in the past, possibly around this area. But the rate in which they're experiencing earthquakes that many people living there have never felt in their whole lives, it is strange. Now, we're doing a deep dive on this on my Rumble live stream channel, which is free to download, free to watch, and free speed.
There we go in the mountain. All right. There we go at the bookstore with the signing. We're here with New Diamond. As y'all can see, New Diamond in the building. One of my future streamers, all right, in the conscious streaming, what we call the stream of conscious, the stream of consciousness, you know what I mean? The stream of consciousness or conscious stream. No, I like streams of consciousness. So this is New Diamonds. Let me know how we sound on the audio. How am I sounding on the audio, y'all? Are y'all picking me up clear? Let me know. And I got this right here too. Got this golden mic. This is Blue Pillars. I just don't know how to operate it the right way. I gotta wait for him to show me. But anyway, turn the mic up. The shit is turned all the way up, man. They said it's turned. Yeah, great audio. Yeah, it's turned all the way up. This is us. This is the after party. This is the after party. This is the after party. I'm talking about. This is the after party. This is the Voltron segment of the after party. This is Voltron, ladies and gentlemen.
In the world, not only at the
Okay. These are some of the things that have been taking place. Let's go through this montage.
And he's very hopeful to meet you in the future.
That's so nice. Boy, that's so beautifully stated. And Caroline said, number one, she did say, and I shouldn't say this because it's politically.
The U.S. Congo signed a deal where the U.S. basically
We're going to have a signing.
checkmated Congo.
So I'm a little out of my league in that one because I didn't know too much about it. I knew one thing. They were going at it for many years and with machetes. It is one of the never thought they'd ever be coming to the White House, and they're so honored. And so we're going to give them a great big reception. But that's after many years of fighting. It's a great thing. That's at 3 o'clock.
Living carefree, laughing, got jokes on the daily. Y'all acting like some old folks, y'all don't hear me. Yo, I'm in my second child. When I flow for the street, who else could it be?
I remember that's a whole debacle with these disillusional old heads and whatnot. You know what I mean? These unks versus unks. That's the unk versus the unk.
They got like the cadence of a slave. Like, why? Have a good day. And remember, Allah Akbar.
They sure can fight.
So there's this thing in New York with the new mayor. The new mayor is going, they had, the new mayor got a lot of people in New York uncomfortable. They say he's a socialist, a communist, a Marxist, and he's going to bring a bunch of Islamism to New York. So the Zionists are very nervous, and you're going to hear a lot about that moving forward. And the only reason that Trump Somebody said no sound on. Y'all gotta stop playing with me, man. For real. It's my mic. Um, we have a guest in the building, ladies and gentlemen. Y'all be on your best behavior. We have a guest in the building, ladies and gentlemen. Y'all be on your best behavior, man. But yeah, let's continue this conversation about the monumental Stone Mountain experience that we all had. Let's start let's put it into proper context, because it's one thing to talk about it, but then there's another thing to talk about it with one of the persons who was responsible for it and whatnot. So I want to be able to add the lore, the proper lore, to Stone Mountain, this 44-day remembrance, or this 44-day window that we're in, where we're reflecting on a magical moment that for some people is still giving residuals. It's still adding on to their overall charge. It's still affecting them in a transformative way, right? There are actual people literally going through all of these things right now. So without any further ado, ladies and gentlemen, I want to bring to the big stage our brother, no other than Radiohead Rich in the building. There you go.
Hear me, Red?
Loud and clear, loud and clear. Yes, sir.
I talked to you earlier and you were telling me that about the whole 44th day for Stone Mountain. I hear echo. Is that me? I think that.
Nah, you sound good where I'm at.
Oh, I just heard it. I hear a little echo on mine. All right, so
little slight echo.
Yeah, as long as you're good, that's good. But yeah, man, I just want to thank the family, everybody who not only was there, but everybody who contributed energetically to the whole Stone Mountain retreat.
Yes.
It was beautiful. It was one of the most beautiful days I've experienced in this realm. I want to thank everybody who participated, everybody who believed in the vision that I presented to them, whether it's Vicky Dillard, Billy Carson, B-Dell. I mean, like, and I told the people this, it's y'all gotta understand how special this was, because these are people who are extremely busy.
Very busy.
And it's not like I'm telling them, yo, come here and I got an honorarium for you if you speak. And nobody got paid. I didn't promise anybody no money at all.
Right.
Everybody came because I asked them to.
Right.
So I'm thankful that
out of love.
Yeah, out of love. I'm thankful that I got that level of love where Billy will cancel whatever he got going on and fly down here. Or what's his name? Top Cats a fly down.
Yeah, Top Cat come with the tribe.
Or whoever from all over.
Right.
Vicky would fly out here. So I appreciate everybody for believing in the vision. I gotta give praise to that ancestral realm, that divine presence that inspires us all. And I'm thankful that, I listened. I got just to, let the family know exactly how it came about. The idea came about live on the show when I was interviewing Top Cats, and we were talking about the mounds and the indigenous land, and he was showing pictures. And I had told him about, he had brought up pictures of Stone Mountain that he had seen before. Right. And I said, we was like, yo, we should do one this year. And I was like, yeah. And we was like, I was like, yo, but I got to get Rod Hayes to come to this one. So he was like, yeah, I'll go pick him up, whatever. So it started, that day was when the manifestation started.
Look at God working. Look at that.
And so what happened was, I'm gonna tell you what happened. So I had called Rod Hayes. Rod Hayes was supposed to be there. So I had called Blue Pill. This is what happened. I had called Blue Pill. I said, yo, Blue, we got to do the Stone Mountain thing. I'm about to get it situated. I'm about to set it up. I need you to pick a day for me. So Blue had gave me a date, but the day didn't work out because the day didn't coincide with some of the speakers and whatnot. So I had to push the Stone Mountain trip further back. Right. The only reason I'm gonna tell y'all, this is what's very interesting about it. The only reason I was going to continue to do the Stone Mountain trip is because I thought Rod Hayes was going to participate in it. And I said,
right.
I said, if he comes, then it's going to make it, because I wanted it to be so big in my mind. I wanted it to be so humongous, so big. And in my mind, I said, well, if I got everybody lined up, if Keys is there, Vicky's there, Billy Carson there, all I need is Rod Hayes. If he's there, then it's exactly how I want it to be.
Then it's locked down.
But we wasn't going to make the announcement because I didn't want pure pandemonium or whatever. He wanted it to be on the low or whatever.
Right.
So he told me he was going to be there. So I said, all right, so I'm gonna do it. That's the only reason I went forward, because other than that, I would have tried to push it back for another, maybe later on in the year, something like that. But he told me he would be there is the only reason I started promoting and spreading the word. And I called Blue Pill and Vicky and Keys and everybody else or whatever. But what happened was that, because people would say, okay, what happened with Rod then? The week before we had the actual trip, something happened. He had a personal thing that happened in his family. He won't. I don't know if he said it online, so I won't say it. But yeah, he had something that he had to take care with, some family business. So,
right,
but by that time, the movement was so huge that, you know what I'm saying. So his energy, although he wasn't there, the fact that he gave me his word that he was going to be there is what allowed me to continue my visualizations and continue the promotion and whatnot. So even though he wasn't there, I want to thank him for just allowing me to.
Right, he was there in so many. Yeah, he was there in spirit. He was there from his followers that brought that energy. You know what I mean? Big Mama energy and whatnot. So yeah, he was definitely in the building. This one was a little bit different, Rich. You know what I mean? This one was it just was a natural progression. That's the best way to say it, that it gets bigger every year. And this year just showed us the length as which it could scale. I'm scared of what next year is gonna look like, but I'm prepared. Vicky Dillard on the Mountain was a movie. Seeing Billy up there, that was special. Seeing B-Dell, seeing Sharif. So many people that I haven't seen on the mountain. This was the first time, so I just was excited. I was enthusiastic to see the first time people, how they looked when they was when they hit the summit, or even on the way up. I was just like, yo, this is interesting to see people experience this behemoth. You know what I mean? Because it don't matter who you with or what hand you hold. You got to climb that mountain on your own, bro. You got to experience that mountain climb. But like I said in my speech, the mountain was a parable of what our journey is like, as in this community specifically called Conscious Community. It is the climb up Stone Mountain.
Wow.
You start off on an easy road. You know what I mean? You full of life. You know what I mean? You got your air and whatnot. You goofing off. They playing music. You kiki-and laughing, meeting up with everybody. Everyone's your friend at the base of the mountain. By the time you hit the middle of the mountain, motherfuckers have left you. People are still behind you, dragging and lagging. You're not laughing anymore. You're not kikiing anymore. You're catching your breath. You're taking, you're taking your time, but you're respecting time. And you're pacing yourself. You're not speeding anymore. You're on a pace because you're saying, steady is the one who wins the race, right? And then on that slope where you got to hold on to the rails, you either going to run straight up that bitch and not hold the rails and claim victory at the top, or you going to go and hold the rails, take some breaths and whatnot, hold on to that goddamn rail. Think you know what I mean? Ask yourself, yo, I think I can. Just a little bit more. There's people who are on the gate sometimes with this thing, and they're ready to give up, and they're ready to throw their hat in the ring, and they're ready to deactivate their socials. They're ready to stop doing shows. They're ready to throw their hat in the ring because whatever they're carrying and however that climb up that mountain is beginning to wear them down, they be like, nah, I'm ready to tap out. And then boom, they get a helping hand coming out of nowhere saying, nah, you got this. You got this. Come on. It's just a few more steps. Because what good is it to make it all this far and your ass do not make it to the top of the mountain? I literally seen a lady trying to turn around after the stairs. I was like, are you fucking crazy, bro? If we got to literally put you on our back and carry you up this bitch step by step, you going up that mountain. You ain't make it this far to turn around. You might not realize, because this was her first time. I was like, I promise you, because she thought the up the mountain was gonna be worse than that slope that we went up where you was. She was like, if I couldn't make it up there, what make you think? I was like, believe me when I tell you, it's all in your mind. You literally could walk sideways and go through a spiral and go up the mountain. Make a long story short, when I was standing on top of the mountain speaking, I looked into the audience and she was standing there with a bee in front of her, smiling. So don't give up. The journey is not easy, but it never was promised to be easy. It works better when you do it with people who are on your same frequency versus climbing a mountain. Imagine if you climbed a mountain with them Asians or them Indians that don't know you, or people from Philippines. Right. You can't climb the mountain with strangers because you're not going to get the type of assistance.
Right.
So yeah.
Yeah, the whole, and by the way, I know y'all gonna think I'm capping on some Fat Joe shit, but I didn't wear this shirt because I was it's purely coincidental.
Just randomly.
If there, I know there's no such word as coincidental, but it's just purely energy. I didn't even realize when I put the shirt on I was gonna be on Red Pill Show. I just got off my own show, so interviewing Paula Herlock from Jamaica. She was live in Jamaica.
Yeah,
so I put the shirt on, and then I just happened to.
Did she notice it? Did she say Stone Love?
Yeah, she talked about Stone Mountain. She seen it.
No, but she said Stone Love because that's Stone Love logo.
Oh no, she didn't notice that. No.
Okay.
No, she didn't.
That's dope. That's dope. I gotta check that out. Yeah, that looked nice on you too. So there's two things that I want to share with you, Rich, about synchronization and the fact that you are literally, if the ancestors are in favor of whatever that you're doing numerically. August the 10th and August the 11th is a hip hop birthday. It is the birthday of hip hop from 1973, recognized globally.
Right.
August the 10th is also a 2-year anniversary to when you did the Gathering of the Masters, brother. When you created an energy that has resonated in Atlanta ever since then, because let's all keep in mind that energy from the Gathering of the Masters, that energy hasn't dissipated. That energy has not dissipated. That we carried that shit into the non-ether God Fest, and then we carried that bitch into Stone Mountain. It's all connected. There's people who are linking up with people who they first met at this one. Then they link up. Then you see them at the next event. They chilling together. Like, oh, okay. Then now they on the mountain. They breathing together, back to back, and you know what I mean? Like, oh shit. All right, it's a movie. All right. So the charge that I feel was created, even with Yaki, the way the Yaki is moving, Sister Myra, all of the speakers, everybody that was on that stage and whatnot, you know, the words and the lessons have resonated in their student body. And I definitely could see the growth and the just the growth and development in everybody in this community leading up to where we are right now. So theoretically speaking, you are creating IRL events, touch grass events, bringing people together in IRL, in real life, to literally feed, not to feed, but to feast off of each other's positive energy. And it's an agreement, you know? So you're doing monumental things. And this is during the dog days of the summer. This is a ritual, a serious B ritual, bro.
Yeah.
That the ancestors are gonna, that they already are acknowledging.
Yeah, that gathering, man, family. If you was there for that, that was, oh man, that was out of this world. So yeah, somebody said still tight. I missed the Gathering of the Masses. Yeah, it was absolutely amazing. It was absolutely amazing. So once again, I want to thank everybody who was there at the gathering, everybody who participated in it. I decided to do something different. So this when I got the idea for the gathering, I said to myself, I said, yo, I want to, and Doc talked about this. I said, yo, not only do I want to have the all-stars on stage, I said I want the people vending to be all-stars. I said I want an all-star vendor lineup. So I got people from all over the country, the speakers who would normally be on stage. They didn't have no ego. They was just like, all right, I'm just here to vent. Cool. Black Dot came. Hank Rising came. Sharif Bey came. B-Dale came. Listen.
KT came. AA Rashid came.
Come on, yo.
And wasn't even stressing the stage like that.
Bro, I forgot that KT and AA Rashid. Yo, listen, this is what I want to say. There has never been a time in the history of the conscious community where somebody, this magnitude, check this out. Listen to the lineup. AA Rashid, KT the Arts Degree, Billy Carson, Dr. B Sirius, Yaki Awaken, Hank Rise's son, Red Pill, Blue Pill, Sister Myra, Queen of Fua, Dr. Jewel Pukram. Yo, the lot. No,
it was crazy.
I've never seen anything like that.
It was crazy.
Ever. So it's something that, you know, shout out to everybody who came through, because we got to stop taking things like this for granted. Like it just comes around every 6 months. Nah, these things come when they come, and you don't know when they're going to come about again, because these are spiritual events. Like a lot of people say, Rich, yo, you doing the Stone Mountain thing next year? I'm not sure. These things, it's like a vibe you get. It's like a feeling you get. These spiritual events, they're not like Invest Fest, where it's
it's an annual thing.
It's like these things are like, it's based on a vibe that you get. So the vibe may not be there for that year or for that time, but when the vibe hits, you just got to go with the flow. And
Ross Ben was there. Uncle Hank was there.
It goes on and on.
It goes on and on. Yeah. Salute to everybody that pulled up. Came all the way to the A too. They didn't know where they was coming. They didn't know what they was gonna see. They didn't know what New Black Wall Street was about.
Right, indeed.
But then when they walked up in there and they seen the setup, when they saw how everything was just black owned. Imagine going places and all you see in the city is just melanated faces.
Man.
Like how therapeutic, and I'm talking about.
I forgot to say I said
the Duke of Tears.
Q Reeves was there.
Reeves was there.
Simon was there.
Yusef was there.
Oh, brother, but this is what I'm talking about, Red. I don't even remember everybody. Brother Yusef was there. Yo, that lineup, never before. Nobody's never seen nothing like that, y'all. Ever. Shout out to everybody who came. That was
some X-Men levels type shit.
Yeah, we got.
Then we did a wild after party. You know what I'm saying? And there were performances. There were open mics. People were dancing. You feel me? Like it was lit. We listened to God Hop. We was actually able to listen to Cambada on the speakers. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, it was what it was. We're gonna do it we're gonna do it again. We're gonna do it again.
Indeed. Nah, definitely. You know, I'm thankful. You know, I came down to Atlanta, and I remember people rushing me to do events right away. And if you notice, I didn't do it. I didn't do an event for about 2 years in Atlanta. I didn't do an event for about just taking, like I said, once again, the vibe. The vibe wasn't there. I'm just moving. My family's getting acclimated to the area. So many things going on with the house. Right. So my energy would not have been there. So that's what I'm saying about the whole vibe thing. So I just appreciate everybody coming. I appreciate Red Pill doing his thing with the after parties and the meet and greets and all that. So shout out to Red Pill for holding that part down and making sure everybody enjoyed themselves throughout the course of the weekend. So I definitely appreciate that. Yeah, for my brother holding that aspect down, doing that.
And this is the crazy thing too. I don't mean to cut your wisdom, but it was ill because that was 2 years ago. So that's the 50th anniversary of hip hop on hip hop's birthday. And literally what you did is restore the conscious pillar, because hip hop is 5 pillars when it's operating and is in its proper persona, higher infinite power, healing our people. The only pillar that they broke and is removed is consciousness. That's what they removed to make that shit fall and go crazy. They took consciousness out. So on the birthday of the 5-0, you literally put together a grand demonstration of proportions that the world needed to know. Like people in Japan and overseas and the continent, they should have known on hip hop's 50th, we're literally doing a hip hop conference called the Meeting of the Masses. And the majority of we all hip hop.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, man. Kudos to you. Kudos to the universe. Kudos whoever is beaming these messages to your radio head. I believe it's you from another dimension on some Kang shit. Just basically tapping in because you're doing the work. Your antenna is up.
And there was this book, Red. I talked about it with you and many others before. It's Neville Goddard.
That's my guy.
Yeah, and it's a book called Power of Awareness. And outside of our isolated spiritual doings of the day, like we may do something spiritually, a ritual, or we may think about watch a lecture or read a book. These things happen in small parts of the day where we are reminded of who we are. But if there's a 24-hour time span in a day,
right,
and we are only thinking about that, let's say for 3 hours, what are we thinking about the rest of that time? When you're walking to the corner store, when you have to pay for some organic bananas. I just bought some avocados. The motherfuckers was $2 a piece today because they were organic.
The mafia, the avocado mafia, the cartel, they stepping their shit up, man. They raising them prices like runts.
You know what I'm saying? So my point is, what are you thinking about when these daily happenings are happening to you in life? Do you go outside of your spiritual identity or you remain inside your spiritual identity? And I think it's beautiful if we remain inside our spiritual identity throughout the course of a day, besides when we do meditation or when we go for a walk or if we're doing yoga. Let's be spiritual while we buying them $2 avocados or whatever else we doing. When we're in the middle of traffic and people cutting us off, let's maintain our spiritual identity then. Or when we see a bill in the mail, or when somebody call us with some bullshit. Let's maintain our spiritual identity at that moment, and that's when we become gods, when we really tap into our godhood. Right. Because regardless of what the external brings to us, we're always in constant remembrance of who we truly are, and we'll start to see miraculous changes in our daily lives at that point, Red.
Wow. Neville Goddard. Yeah. Power of Awareness. Is that on do they have that on audiobook perhaps?
Yeah, that's on YouTube. That's everywhere. Yeah, I'm sure they got that on YouTube. Somebody reading it. But that one right there, Red, that was a game changer for me years ago.
That was one?
Yeah, that was
I remember the one you gave me to change my life. That was the law of resonance. The law of resonance. It was the red book.
That was fire, and I don't know where that book is at now. I gotta buy another copy, Red.
I got one. I could let you. Yeah. Well,
that was fire.
You sent me to Amazon, and they sent that the next day. So you might have to go to Amazon and get that again.
Let me put that on my to-do list. I'm
put that in your book club. Read that. That right there was I would revisit that shit. Collapsing a wave, all of that fly stuff. Resonance, frequency, you know what I mean? Like it was being laid out.
Yo, Red, so I told you your energy is higher than what I noticed than what it has been. Do you contribute that to the Stone Mountain retreat?
Most definitely. Most definitely.
You moving like a man.
Definitely.
You moving like hold up. You moving like a man possessed right now, Red.
Yeah, the Stone Mountain played a humongous part in it. Keep in mind, we're talking about summertime, right? Yeah. And keep in mind, we're speaking about the solar maximum. Like we're literally in a solar cycle where the neutrinos are coming down. They're having these heat waves and whatnot. Like right before Stone Mountain, I made sure to go to New York because I wanted to get the New York energy before I went to Stone Mountain. You know what I mean? I wanted to tap into that New York energy. I wanted to be on the concrete. My son had graduated. I was with Pink Pill. I was with my dad, everybody. So that was the happiest that I felt. That was Father's Day weekend. And it really just helped propel me on the mountain. You know, I threw up the morning of the mountain.
The morning?
Yeah, that morning when I
What,
was in the
before?
car online, when I was nauseous from the night before after I left my meet and greet
Oh shit.
because there was a lot of energy in the meet and greet, and
Yeah.
I came home and I had a migraine. Then I was using a heat machine in the garage, and it was like 300 degrees on the heat machine because I literally had to make these right here, and the t-shirts that you got on,
Yeah, no.
and these tote bags.
Yeah.
And I went to sleep like 2 something with a migraine, and then woke up at 4 o'clock. So while I'm online, sitting in that traffic where they had the line to go inside of the park, because it was like Rockstar line, I literally was like, I just felt like I couldn't, like I drank water, headed there, but I couldn't take anything down, and like I was super duper, like I had a headache. I had a, you know, when you have a migraine and anything bothers you. Yeah, so I let that shit go, and it literally charged me up. Yeah, it was like, it might have been a stomach virus. Whatever it was, I think it was some energy. Maybe somebody hugged me and it had the wrong energy. But and it wasn't like, it was just water that came out. It wasn't like barfing or nothing. It was just water. And once I released and whatnot, and it was a little bit of anxiety. Once I got that out, oh man, I was up. I was lit. I was charged. I did everything, and the highlight to my trip is I came down the mountain and I saw my mother for the first time in months. I damn near broke down crying.
Shit. You know, you just reminded me, and I don't mean to cut you off. Your mother called me. Yes, I gotta call Mama Pill back. Mama Pill, if you listening, I'm gonna give you a call tomorrow.
She about to spark your lights. I'm telling you, Mama Pill is on. She in her bag right now. Yeah,
man, yeah, she called me yesterday.
So I came down there. She was with KT, and I didn't notice she was gonna come through because she just came back from Colombia like the day before. And I saw my mama, you know what I mean, and she was happy. I was happy. I went and did an event that night at I did the comedy show, and we did a performance, and my mother was there with KT watching everything. She came to my class, and I was doing the AI class at the bookstore.
Yeah.
And my mom's was there, bro. That was the highlight of that strong end. And it was a reconviction because, you know, I was with my dad, I was with my son, and it just showed me like, yo, it's family, bro, family. But not just family, but like do this shit and go hard because they're looking. You don't know if they're looking or not, but they're going to always be looking. Even if they're in the physical or if they're in the spiritual, they always going to be there with you, bro. So after that mountain and that strong end where we all came together like a community, and I went home and cried. I cried in my wife's arms because it was just like, yo, I was just happy because
after the mountain you was crying?
Yeah, once again, just the anxiety, I was able to let everything go, and I was like, yo, I'm happy because I feel like I know what a community finally feels like. Even if it was a fleeting moment, even if it was just for 2 or 3 days, I got to feel it was a dress rehearsal. So I'm like, nah, I'm going hard, babe. She was like, what you mean? I was like, I know my purpose.
Shit. Oh,
my
man.
purpose is to build land. It's to get the land back and build on it, so I could offer. I could be a positive asset to what's going on. When I'm like, yo, we don't gotta go home, y'all. They be like, what you mean? It's a juke joint on the land. On some Dr. York shit. It's a juke joint on the land. Come on through to the land, the moorland. So.
That's beautiful. I know, yeah.
And this is what I want to leave you with. I'm sorry. I'm in such a conviction mode because 2 things happened. One, I got to meet the people who have met me before, and I never got to meet them. I don't know who they are. I've been in conversations in my DM with certain people. I've been email, I've been phone call, but then there's hundreds of people that know us, Rich, me and you and Blue and all of us, and we get robbed because we don't get to meet them ever. So we might not realize how great our network is. We might not realize how wealthy, how healthy, how beautiful, how energetic, how charged the people who tap into us are, and we meet them finally at these events. It's almost like a date. It's almost like the balloon popping show.
Wow.
And I don't want to pop no balloons. So what I realized and what charged me up is that the power is the people. And I got to see that, and I got to know that we are who we've been looking for. And outside of our collective of people who come together, we really don't need much. And whatever we need, we so powerful that we can literally manifest it and magnetize it to us. That's what I walked. And it recharged me, it reinvigorated me, and it gave me repurpose to go super hard, because maybe I was feeling unappreciated before that day.
That's beautiful, bro.
You know,
just the whole. I didn't know, and it's dope to hear the behind the scenes stories of Stone Mountain. I didn't know that you had threw up, and yeah, you barfed. I know you know you broke down in front of your girl afterwards and stuff like that. That is that's let me just ask you a question real quick. As a man in this realm, how does it feel? You know, I've been with my lady for a while as well. How does it feel like, we grew up with moms, and moms was magnificent.
Yes.
And moms loved us unconditionally. We was able to go to moms, and whether my mother and your mother, and talk to them and cry to them and things like that.
Right.
How would you compare a mother's love versus your wife's love in that aspect of you being able to be transparent and cry, my brother?
They're both nurturing energies, depending on your relationship with your wife, they'll know a lot more on how to console and how to coddle and nurture. But, mothers are mothers though.
Yeah.
Mothers are, I can't say mothers are unconditional, because some people go times without speaking to their moms. There'll be fallouts in the family and everything. So that shit do have conditions sometimes. You got athletes and entertainers, and they be like, yo, I feel like my love is conditional, because if I don't give them what they ask for, they talk about me, they dog me, they make me feel, you know what I mean? There was a boxer's mom who wanted him to lose because he wasn't buying her shit.
I heard about that. I heard him say that.
You know what I'm saying?
I heard him say
so
that.
It's like, but then they got love. There's divorces taking place. The love is fleeting in the household with spouses sometimes. So the shit is tricky and whatnot. But a mother's love is unconditional. I can't compare mother's love to any other love, because you remember the love that your wife gave you, but your wife didn't change your diapers. You gotta literally wait till you become Mr. Burns to see if she finna change your diapers. But your mother's wiped your ass. Your mother put her breast in your mouth. Your mother put your clothes on. She put that Vaseline on you. She woke you up at 4 a.m. and was wild comfortable with you when it was 20 below, and got you dressed and got you in a snowsuit and rolled you out the door. Yeah, there's a magic that the mother, that the Umi energy possesses and whatnot for their children.
Yeah,
that will, from 0 to 7, that is the foundation, that is the battery, that is the charge that goes in your DNA to allow you to be loved by others and to receive it and to be lovable.
So Red. Okay, so I never experienced having a father. How? What's the similarities or differences between a mother's love, would you say, and a father's love?
Interesting question, Rich, because I had the opportunity to be with both of them in our lives. Like, I'm literally knocking on 50. I spent the majority of my life coming up with my dad. And my dad I had a stepmother as well. So she filled in that role of the motherly nurturer and the Umi and whatnot. But my dad is a disciplinarian and he's a provider, right? And you know, he was just aspirational. Like he wanted certain things for us, and he went out of his way to make sure that that happened. And then when we didn't accept it, and when we went against everything that he got, that he kind of wanted for us, there was a breakup in the relationship. And me and my brother spent many nights and months inside of jail cells and boot camps and stuff like that, paying that price. But that was a decision that we made, and we never made it seem like there was something that he did or it was his fault. We were like, nah, you created an environment for us to thrive and whatnot, but we wanted it the hard way. We wanted a earned experience, you know. So we went the underworld way, and that was kind of against what he stood for, because he wasn't an underworld type of person.
Wow. You know, and yeah, that's very interesting. And one thing I could say, Red, just about my particular experience is that, you know, in terms of just a motherly love, I got like my mother's love was unconditional, and I got so much of it, Red, that it prepared me, even though she's not here no more, and I don't have a father. That love, I'm like full on her love, so I'm good for the rest of my
Filled
life.
you up, right?
Up. So like nobody could love me for the rest of my life, but I wouldn't fucking bother me because I'm filled up on her love so much that I'm good. You know what I'm saying?
Your cup
I'm
running
real
over.
good. You know what I mean? You know how some people got issues where they ain't got a mother, so they looking for love, and they're like, oh, calling, you know, looking for love in this one, that one, that. Like I'm good. You know what I mean? So it's just that's why I asked you about the mother's love, because it's so fulfilling. It's so fulfilling, and it's so wow.
Like
It's
my mother
amazing.
wasn't there. Right. Her love is so strong though that my mother, we would always run the mama pill. Like
Yeah.
I said, my dad was strict and he wasn't letting certain things fly. But Mama Pill she let shit fly as long as it's within the ranks of her values and her morality. She'll let it rock. And every time we would be with her every weekend. We would go to Harlem. But you know, my mother was an anomaly because my mother was traveling. My mother didn't have a job. My mother didn't eat McDonald's and meat like certain people. My mother didn't, you know what I mean? She was homeschooling children. Oh my goodness. My mother was like Gaddafi in certain households.
Wow.
So my mother was unstable. If you would allow somebody to give her an assessment, nah, she don't have it together. She's all over, you know, she's running with Dr. Fuck. Did you see Dr. Say, you know about Dr. Sabi? Like they were judging her very heavy. I'm talking about family members, stepmothers, you know, shit like that was going down, and that was causing a rift in my relationship with authoritative figures and whatnot, because they wasn't feeling my mama, and it was like, yeah, she eat rabbit food, you know. She different, you know what I mean? So she paid the cost for being different early when it wasn't in style and it wasn't accepted. People didn't even know what to call what they were doing and how they were moving and whatnot. But mama always pick up the phone. Mama always would tell us, come to Harlem or come to St. Croix or come with me for a while and let things calm down and whatnot. Doors were always open. Come to Atlanta. I overstayed my welcome one time. One time.
Yeah, it's so interesting as we talk about Stone Mountain and the gathering and the point we're at now in consciousness, to hear our backstory and know what made us who we are today, or made the, you know, what gets us going, or what makes us this or what makes us that way.
That's the pearl.
Yeah.
That's the pearl inside of the oyster shell, right? Because people don't get to see the inner workings, but you know, you got to put in work for people to even want to hear your story, Rich. So the fact that your story is valued at billions of dollars at this point, if you were to tell it right now, is a testament to the fact that you made people interested in your story. You didn't lead with your story coming into the community. We didn't know about your story behind the camera when you started out as a faceless channel. You know what I'm saying? But now, based off your success, based off of your, people want to know the formula. They want to know the origin. They want to know the backstory because it could be relatable. Right. Now, if a person sees themselves in you, that gives them a new layer of confidence to say, nah, I'm going to be big like Rich, nigga. I'm going through the same thing he went through. I'm following that path.
Yeah, that's right.
So it's very important that we stay a testament in front of people who are still learning from our failures, our quote unquote successes. You know, whatever the case is, if we fall forward, it's still a lesson at the end of the day.
Indeed. No, that's super facts.
Yeah.
You know, and real quick, because I got to get going. But
Yes,
me and
sir.
Red, I just want to let the family know. Me and Red got some magnificent announcements coming very shortly, very soon. Stay tuned for that. Shout out to everybody. These pictures are absolutely magnificent. Shout out to everybody who made the Stone Mountain. Look at that. Oh man, wow.
Yes,
But
yes,
listen,
yes.
listen. I just want to thank everybody. Red, thanks. It was a pleasure coming on here real quick.
No
And
doubt.
I'm
I
gonna do that
appreciate you.
show on my channel on the what you call it, the dead internet. What's it called?
Dead internet theory.
Yeah. I want to talk about that. The
Dead
dead
internet theory.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely want to talk about that real quick.
For sure, for sure. That's coming up, man.
All right.
Thank you for putting on these events, man. The galaxy appreciate you. Let's continue to make history. All right.
Indeed.
Hip-Hopolis, real quick.
Yo, it is the future of hip hop media, and we're gonna get popping super duper soon. That's what's on there so far.
Yeah, that's the playlist, the red and blue playlist.
Fire. So the red and blue playlist is up there so far. Hip hop media is getting ready to change drastically. Hip hop is changing drastically.
Yes,
We got brothers that are 52 rapping better and representing hip hop better than brothers who are 20.
Right.
They always told us hip hop was a young man's game.
Right.
The industry took advantage of that. They took advantage of that and started to brainwash the young brothers and had hip hop go in a direction. They separated the youth from the older brothers and sisters, and they didn't get that game that they were supposed to get. So
Not at all.
shit is kind of wild right now in the hip hop. But
it needs a correction. They got to figure it out. But let's just, I have faith that someone is about to come along and change this whole paradigm. I just have an eerie feeling that we're in the midst of a bigger renaissance.
Oh, we can feel it. We can feel it.
Yeah.
We can feel the change. We can feel it's all in the air. So yeah, it's getting ready to happen. It's getting ready to go down.
For shit, sure.
Real quick, shout out to Cambada and Lux. We got a project coming, if not the end of this year, the beginning of next year. But yes,
Shout out to the
I got
gods.
some announcements in terms of hip hop, and I want to say streaming, and I want to say the future of connecting the artists with the fans. I got something special coming up, y'all. Just all good announcement, family. But just one thing I want to say before I got to get out of here. Stay tapped in to who you really are as much as possible throughout the day, family, because your sustained vibration will eventually make circumstances in your life. Your brain is looking for data, just like Mark Zuckerberg is looking for data, just like Elon Musk is looking for data. They're doing the same thing your brain is doing. So your brain wants as much data as possible. Your brain takes that data and your brain creates a holographic image that you call your reality. So make sure the data that you feed in your brain serves you. You know what I'm saying? And you can only do that by maintaining what you do in silence has more effect on you vibrationally than the words you say throughout the day. So maintain a good vibrational state, family. It's all a game anyway. It's all illusion. No matter how rich
Video
you
game.
are or how poor you are, or if your life is going bad or good, and all that's relative terms, it's all an illusion anyway, family. So let's
all a game, man.
let's have fun while we down here, all right? Red, I thank you, my brother. I'm gonna talk to you soon, Red.
I appreciate you, King. No
Yes, sir.
doubt. All
Yes.
right. Peace to the God. So, real quick, we'll go through a few of these images and then we got to get up out of here. Sister Wendy, I don't know if you're in the building. This is the final stretch. We'll be talking about the craft. We'll be getting into this hip hop conversation and whatnot. Just giving a little bit of reminiscing, you understand, to a monumental demonstration, right? The culture that has fed me and mines for a very long time. All right. This is the meeting of the masses. Look at all of our people, beautiful people. All right. Shout out to the Voltron demonstration. Voltron, that was lit. We're going to get back to that. Stone Mountain, wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. All right. Let's go through some hip hop things real quick, y'all. Let's go through some hip hop. Look at these beautiful brothers and sisters from all around the world. Look at these powerful God bodies and whatnot. Bear witness to your community, your future community, your future family and whatnot, your future tribe. Spoke it into existence. If you could gather people in the rising, you're powerful. If you could gather people at 5 in the morning, you're powerful too. This was us at 5 in the morning.
That was an initiation. If you had it in you, you would rise up in the AM and you would be with your people. Sleep wouldn't stop you. And for the people that even slept late, you still didn't get stopped. You kept going up the mountain and you went to gather what was waiting for you. So I just want to give a toast to, the possibility, probability, and the potentiality.
Shout out to my sister Melanin B. We made sure that we laughed with her. We helped her with the loss of her father, her Baba, right? She learned that her Baba made transition when her plane landed and whatnot. And we were there for her.
Especially one that historical and spiritual weight, like Stone Mountain, or any high vibration quartz rich formation. You'll want to approach it with intention, presence, and alignment. Here's a practical and metaphysical breakdown of how to absorb energy and the tools to use.
So let's get into this hip hop thing. Hip hop at 52. By a show of hands, how many people in the audience would say that hip hop is in a healthy space right now? Post, in this year of 2025, how many of you would say that hip hop going into 52 has a positive diagnostic outlook and whatnot? How many people? Because I would say that hip hop is in a better place. I'm not saying that it's out of the dark and whatnot, but it's definitely been healing underneath this quote unquote Kendrick era. The beheading of Aubrey and whatnot was almost like a sacrifice to the hip hop gods to help heal niggas and to take you away from the distraction. That killing shit is dried up. The rappers who had carte blanche don't have it anymore. The rappers who had what would be considered to be favor and whatnot don't have it anymore. The labels and whatnot that had pure reign over the people don't have it anymore. The majors and whatnot who had a lot of our people convinced to be patsies of them, they don't have the faith of the people. The people realized that the artists were patsies of the labels, and they turned on the artists. You feel me? The people did that. Niggas was getting unfollowed. They not streaming certain things. The drill rappers, the little nigga's father snitched on him, and the drillers got drilled. Like, these things are correcting themselves in real time. This is a culture. This is not a quote unquote, this is an art form, but this is also a culture. That back to school jam in August 11th, 1973, it spawned a culture of microphone controllers, dancers, artists. You know what I'm talking about? Clothes designers and whatnot, break dancers, graffiti artists, graphic artists, and scholars, master teachers. You know what I'm talking about? Warrior scholars. You know what I mean? All type of things. Tutors. You know what I mean? There's people running around the world teaching cultural exchange lessons, teaching other races and other heritage and creeds and whatnot how to rock out with our culture, how to walk like us, talk like us, dance like us, prance like us. You know what I'm saying? So Little Baby and them is finished. Little Thug, Young Thug and all of them, they finished. These personally are some of my favorites. This is some of my DNA. This is my makeup. This is the era that I literally lived through. I didn't grow up and go back to these albums. I didn't grow up and no, when I was alive, when I was young, when I was in motion, when I was going to school, when I was in them stores and whatnot, these are the albums that were coming out. This is what grew me up. This is my co-pilot. This is my DNA. This is what makes me. Okay? Not all, I mean, every single one of these albums, but not restricted to there's more. You know what I mean? There's definitely more, but these are some of my tops that had the most heavy rotation, had the most impact, did more for me in terms of me seeing myself as an artist, as an MC, saying that I could do this, I could be a part of this quote unquote special collective, what do they call it? Collection of distinguished gentlemen and women. Okay. People's a lot of birthdays today. Chris Kelly from Criss Cross, he would have been 47. Chris Kelly from Criss Cross, but hip hop is 52. Tell me how it's doing to you. Tell me how it's doing for you and what you project for hip hop in 2026 during this 52nd year, because based off of these charts where people said Sexy Red and King Von and them are their heroes, we got to get rid of Hip Hop Inc. We got to continue to watch the party die. We got to continue to put the pressure on. We got to continue to create the clean glass of water. We got to continue to quote unquote talk life into our children and don't try to don't go along to get along. F that. I'm like, that's trash. You know what I mean? Like, that shit is garbage. These little niggas are retarded. Like, I'm telling my children straight up, I'm hating. I'm not going along with it. Little Wham Wham and all of that. I'm not the girl Little Pluto. She got wingworms. Like, I'm not doing that. I'm not co-signing none of that. Fuck out of here. I'm not co-signing none of that. If you don't look like you're healthy, I don't want you around mine. I don't want my children locked in with you. Little Sexy Red don't look healthy. She don't got healthy thoughts and whatnot. So nothing healthy is coming out of her and whatnot. I'd rather see somebody whose skin is glowing, who look like they've been fasting and whatnot, she got the bumps on her face that roaches give you when they bite you. She got roach bite bumps. I'm not with all of that. It's 2025, my niggas. We not doing that. I'm not letting somebody that raise my fucking teenagers. So there's a balance in hip hop. NASA scientists say that he saw a 7-foot-tall black-skinned alien that looked like African Americans stepping off of a mile-long ship. You know that they coming back. You know that shit is about to go down. You know that ship is coming to the world and whatnot. You know it ain't filled with no white people and no tall blondies and whatnot. You know that's niggas with locks and fronts. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. So hip-hop, we love you. Hip-hop, we love you. We care about you. We appreciate you. We acknowledge you. We need you. Fuck that. I don't know what nobody talking about. I don't want to live in a world without hip hop, bro. They're like, we should move on and create something else. Nigga, you go and holler at me when it's created. I'm going to rock with the old shit. I'm going to go into the archives. That shit holds me. When you listen to certain 90s things, sound brand new anyway. You need to go pop some, I go with new eyes and new ears. The boomies make everything sound better and feel better. Okay? Hip hop, I need to remind you that hip hop is the most important genre of music to emerge in the last 50 years. Hip hop, that is. They wrote that in 2015. hip hop that is, hip hop that is. So we can't let niggas mumbling, you know what I mean? We can't let people on a lower rung, we can't let mice tell an elephant what to do. It's just not it. It just can't. It don't work like that. It don't work like that. And this is the results of hip hop unchecked. This is the results of Hip Hop Inc. running wild. This is the result of their CIA COINTELPRO program, where they've created a nation where they could basically create Hegelian dialect, and they could try to justify murdering. They could try to justify terrorizing. They could try to justify demonizing. They could try to justify terrorizing. They could try to justify lynching. They could try to justify all of these things. You know what I'm saying?
Stop scrolling. Something just bypassed the internet's algorithm. And if you're seeing this, you weren't supposed to miss it. Every feed, every platform, every conversation right now has been marked. Not by an ad, not by a brand, by a frequency. 9.7604.ox. It's not for clicks.
Rosie O'Donnell.
Consciousness comes evolve. The concept of fall is to descend from higher plane to a denser plane. If you came from a mental plane into an astral plane, you'd have fallen. If you came from an astral plane to a physical plane, you'd have fallen. Remember from whence thou hast fallen and repent.
Right? So it goes right back to what I was saying earlier, that we are in a plane of existence that is on a lower rung. And people who consider to die, they go to a higher rungs. They go to a higher rungs. This is a graduation when you die out of here. Henceforth, while the babies are crying when they're born, it's the beginning of their bids. It's the beginning of their bids. So the brother who I've been playing, this is his GoFundMe. I'm not putting nobody in no type of guilt party, but yeah, holla at my bro. Take care, send him $1, $5, there's $10. People are sending top dollars and whatnot. Get my dude right. Get my dude right. Why she run that shit up to 700? Well, let's if you can't send nothing to him, tag Shaq, tag Ricky Smiley, tag all of these niggas that got money from Target, tag Casanet. This tag people, make awareness of it. Be in their inbox like how y'all be in people's inbox that you want to do something, that you want to get their attention. Like spam that shit. Let's turn up for the homie.
Church, and by as peaceful as a mosque, I can turn a pyramid off. I came out of Egypt just to teach this. I wrote this and I wrote this. Pictures passing through my vision. I imagine children awake and active. There should be no kidnapping. Must overstand on the hood. I see a body drop flat on the ground like straight up disgusting. Young niggas walk around with a switch like a woman, but we don't discuss it. Little girls getting touched by their uncle. Like you better not say nothing. I feel like every child left the whole earth should die in public. Man or woman be held on, but we in the country where that's unlike.
My dude going in. My dude going in. I want to see him win. I want to see him supported. I would love to see people who are, because I'm working on getting him in the studio. I'm working on getting him in the studio. I'm working on making some music with the bro. You know what I'm talking about? And putting some bread in his pocket. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I want to say thank you. We are hitting the 3-hour mark, and you already know what it is. We want to say thank you. Thank you. Buy Me a Coffee is where you could send your donations. Buy Me a Coffee is when you could go ahead and shop inside of the store. If you want to get this merch, right? Stone Mountain. We got the bag too. We got the tote bag. I was actually gonna do a giveaway. You know what I mean? Third Eye Thursdays, we're gonna give 4 bags away. I was gonna do it tonight, but I promise you, I don't have the energy and I don't have the time because we hit in 3 hours. But we literally are going to give 5 bags away on Thursday. Make sure y'all are in the building. That's the day before I'm doing the workshop with Bully. I mean, that's the day before I do the workshop with Bully. We giving away 5 bags. And we might even give away 2 tickets and whatnot. We giving away 5 tote bags. Ladies, I know y'all need these tote bags. You could put your books in there. You could put your herbs in there. You could put your linen suit in there. You could put your sundress in there. You could put your yoni eggs in there. You could put your makeup in there. You feel me? You could put your makeup products in there. You know what I mean? You could put your journal in there. There's so many things. These tote bags right here will definitely be beautiful. I'm giving all of these away on Thursday. Get in the building. I'm gonna ask. It's gonna be questions and shit based off of some of the things that we've been studying. So get in the building on Thursday and get ready to win something. Get in the building on Thursdays and get you know what I mean? Get your shit up so you could win. You know what I'm talking about? I want to see y'all winning and whatnot. So with that being said, I'm going back to the lab to continue working. Peace, love, and light. Techno Tuesdays is tomorrow. It's going to be a movie. Techno Tuesdays is going to be a movie. We might give you Wisdom Wednesdays. In about 30 minutes, I'm uploading a video that I did with Blue Pill. We did a precursor to this right here. The tote bags is going to be on Buy Me a Coffee. Go and get your tote bags on Buy Me a Coffee. I did a live with Blue Pill, and it was monumental. We was freestyling, we was rapping and whatnot. We was kicking it. And he's in New York, and I'm in Atlanta, so we was tapped in. You know, Blue, he been waiting to release the clip. So I'm uploading that. It was on IG. Give me about 10 minutes, and I'm uploading that. Send me your AI movie to the Mark125@gmail. Anybody that got some AI shit, send it to me at the Mark125@gmail. Friday, me and Bully, movie. Friday, me and Bully, movie. Pay us in crypto. Biggest workshop / masterclass / quote unquote lecture / seminar, whatever you want to call it. Pay us in crypto on Nipsey's birthday. Pay us in crypto on Nipsey's birthday, Friday, August the 15th. We start at 8 p.m. We're going to go all the way into the wee hours. This shit right here is going to be mind-blowing. I shit you not. Mind-blowing. Pay us in crypto. Love and light. Peace.
Pay us in crypto. Diamonds is dancing like they up in disco. You niggas in fist smoke, you stay up and dip low. You niggas stay up and get low. Heard you way up in Frisco, and you say what the heck so. Every player gets snipped out. Acting gay up in Cisco. Might take the day off and play up at Listos, causing chaos and play up Calypso. I paused in kitchens and caused addictions. I paused prescriptions and caused inflictions. Lil Bixby playing in stores in Brixton on the dark web. You gotta pause every doors, cause encryptions. Tesla engines, pause the pistons. I seen every floor I leave sore and listing. For that action, they sponsored the Bronson. They was hooked on that shit like Johnson and Johnson. That freeway, Ricky Ross, straight out of Compton, straight out of Bumpton. Red on blue, violence in the land. The projection of the will, the perfection of the kill, the reflection of the pills. I'm a frontline soldier, I'm no doja. These crystals not from focus in crypto. Diamonds is dancing like they up in disco. You niggas in fist smoke, you stay up and dip low. You niggas stay up and get low. Heard you way up in Frisco, and you say what the heck so. Every player gets snipped out. Acting gay up in Cisco. Might take the day off and play up at Listos, causing chaos and play up Calypso. Hickory dickory down. Hit a lick, put the sticky in the box. When the blicky get hot. Lick off a shot. Heavy in the pedal, we slip off a knot. Heavy in the ghetto, they crib walk a lot. Crib walk the crypto, lift off the stocks. Drips off the crystal and pots. Disco rods in the blocks on my chain from the crystal shop. In the light air, lift off the rock. Told Virgil right chain on my block. white paint on my socks. White paint on my socks. Hickory dickory dock. Hit the lick, put the sticky in the box. When the blicky get hot. Lick off a shot, we lick off a shot. Payers in crypto. Diamonds is dancing like they up in disco. You niggas in fist smoke, you stay up that dip low. You niggas stay up and get low. Heard you way up from Frisco and you say what the heck so. Every player gets snips now. Acting gay up in Cisco. Might take the day off and play up the pistols, causing chaos and play up Calypso.